The Sonny Boy radio experiment. It does exactly what it said in the paper.
I smell bacon.
Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It's such great air right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It's such great air right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, and then you're gonna die.
That's it. That's the deal. Evening, welcome to the Human Zoo on Talksport. Show with a slight difference. It's a phone-in show, but we take calls live, unscreened and entirely at random. Just before we hit the switchboard, Ash is back. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Great to have you back. Yeah, the team that stood in was great, but there's only one Ash.
Well, there's two, actually.
I can believe that. We'll get to that later. 08700 40 50 60. Let's go straight to line one and say good evening, line one. You are live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Oh, Mr. Boys, you utter tictor.
Tictor? Something like that. To line two. Hello, line two. You're on the Human Zoo.
Life really does have its ups and downs, doesn't it? Life seems to have its good times, and life also seems to have its bad times. And sometimes they're finger-licking good, but other times they're just arse-wiping bad.
No argument. Line three. Hi, you're on Talksport's Human Zoo. Good evening.
Smashing show, Tommy, but you youngsters, you should be listening and not doing your GCSEs. Do you understand? This is a statement from the Overlord. This is Mr. Curtin.
GCSE is a bit of a bogey word at the moment. Let's not talk too much about them.
Not like O-levels, man.
No.
Not like in the old days.
They're worse.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I've got nothing to say. Hello.
That'll do for me, pal. I've got nothing to say.
I'm joking. I've got loads to say.
We need more phoning callers who've got nothing to say, or at least who know it.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. And to line six. Good evening, line six.
What was that? What a boy!
08700 40 50 60. That was a pretty good run. Line one. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hello.
29 Acacia Road. And this is Eric, the schoolboy who leads an amazing double life. But when Eric eats a banana, an amazing transformation occurs. Eric is Banana Man, ever alert for the call to action.
It's a genuine one, Banana Man. I've never got into Banana Man.
No, it wasn't.
You know one another, believe me, you do not want to see.
No, it wasn't very good, Banana Man.
No.
I mean, it was nice animation, but the actual
There was some that were
plot
poor.
wasn't there.
Yeah. There was a cartoon that was on, it was about 20 years ago now, and it was something like Sir Lancelot and the Court of King Arthur. Did you ever see that one? It was very poor.
No.
No. Line two, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hey?
So, mate,
Yeah?
yeah, this is Mick Jagger.
Hi, Nick.
All right, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not here. You know, I ain't spoke to you in ages, have I?
No.
Just wondered I have to go to Mars bars in the cupboard.
Do you know, I only found out today from a piece, I don't read the Sunday Colour supplements, but there was a vaguely interesting piece about all the covers, the LP covers that Brian Ferry did when he was with Roxy Music, you know? Did you ever see the first one?
Oh, yeah, because he's an artist, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bright man. And there was a girl, and she was wearing kind of like a white nightie come negligee thing, lying on a pink bed. Do you recall that? Like LP
Vaguely.
the reason it comes to mind is because I only read today that the girl who was that girl, the model, she married Chris Jagger.
Yeah.
Who's Mick's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Who lives in North London, and she now teaches yoga and stuff. It must be interesting. Well, it must be frustrating being the brother of Mick Jagger. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know about his brother.
No, you know nothing about the families of these people, do you? Well, not enough anyway.
Is he older or younger?
It didn't say. It just said what happened to all the girls who were on the covers of Roxy Music albums because they became kind of quite famous. And there was a rumour that one was a man and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But that was a bit that stuck in my mind there, that she went and married Chris Jagger.
Chris Jagger.
Which is kind of like possibly almost but not quite Or not, as the case may be. Happily married for 20 years, you know. Can't argue with that. Let's go to line 3. Hi, line 3. You're on the Human Zoo on Talksport. Hey.
I tell you what, Errol. You keep the dog, I'll keep the money. But if you can't pay the 300 sobs by Saturday, me and the boys will be round banging on your drum with the Wilkinsons freshly stropped.
It's Frankie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Better listen good.
Freshly.
Go to line 4. Line 4, good evening, you're on. And gone. Ship jumper.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Well, it possibly was the government. Although normally they hang on a bit and listen.
Yeah. Line 5. Hi, line 5, you're on the Human Zoo.
Down in the depths of profundity, number 8. All arguments have two sides, but some have no ends. Goodbye.
Yeah, that sounds true. And to line 6. Good evening, line 6. You're on the Human Zoo on Talksport.
I've got a ptarmigan roosting in my kidney.
Roosting?
What's a ptarmigan? Is that a sort of chicken?
What's roosting?
Well, a chicken roosts.
Yes.
So
what is
ptarmigan a species of chicken?
Is that like making a nest and laying eggs?
Or is it like tarragon?
Because if that's what roosting is, then why are the males called the roosters? Because they don't...
Because they roost around, don't they?
Is that what roosting is?
Yeah, you know, roosting.
08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport, called live, unscreened, and entirely at random. This is line 1.
Hello, Rooster. Leaders of the night. You have my powers. Hello, Michael.
Look in.
Don't tell you they tell you loud.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. Nice. Do you care for soul music much?
Yeah.
James Brown, for example?
Yeah, James Brown. I've always got room for James Brown.
Honky Tonkin was his best, I think. To line 2. Line 2, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Evening.
Hello, Tommy. I'd like to make a formal apology about what I said last week on the show concerning a certain maths teacher. And however my comments made towards Richard were entirely true. He is indeed a muppet. Do you know Ian? Hi, Ash, you're great.
Beautiful. Yeah, pretty good. And line 3 is next. Hi, line 3, you're on. Ooh. Ooh?
I think this could be a new government department.
Hi.
Falsetto, the government department, Ministry of Falsetto Voices.
How are you doing?
Hi, cool. Yeah, you?
Can't fight the moonlight.
It's the Bee Gees.
Can't fight the moonlight.
Too deep for the Bee Gees. It's too basso. To line 4. Hi, line 4, you're on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Boyd.
Evening.
My name is David.
Hello, David.
I would just like to say, from recent intelligence, that the Roswell aliens will turn us all into mint toffees.
I've been reading a bit more about what David Icke is up to at the moment and what he's saying.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Well, what he's saying at the moment is that there is a nation of invisible lizards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, we knew all that, did we?
Well, he came on the Whale Show about 3 months. No, 5 months.
So on the Whale Show, you're up on all this cobblers, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in and he had, big bushy grey, quite long hair and staring eyes.
Shell suit. Shell suit.
No, I think he's doesn't do the shell suit anymore.
But apparently his thing is he's moved on from the World Bank or the what they call the Illuminati.
Oh, the Illuminati.
And he's moved on now to the fact that the dinosaurs evolved into invisible and intelligent creatures who now suck the blood out of human beings and control us and
reptilian
stuff.
And some of the government are in on it.
Fantastic.
And it's all true.
Oh, no. This is line 5. I'm not disputing it. No. God. He's alright. Yeah.
Is this a rumba?
Here we go. This is rum-fueled music. Yeah. Very Rio.
para que no puedan engañar.
Beautiful.
Con cuentos del viejo
Very sexy language, Spanish.
Yeah. The way they can't pronounce their S's.
They can't pronounce very much. But it sounds good, whatever they say. That's how it works. 08700 40 50 60. If you don't know what you're listening to, the radio station is Talk Sport, 1089, 1053. You can also listen on Sky Digital. I believe it's 858. If you're at home, you can email this show. You can email any show on Talk Sport by going to our website, which is talksport.net, and click on the button that says email the show. On the Human Zoo on a Sunday evening, because everybody's feeling browned off because it's Monday in the morning, we just kind of give people an opportunity to get it off their chest and to reflect the natural national mood on a Sunday night, which is one of anarchy and derision. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is back.
Justin Toper's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Toper, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Toper's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
New to rent on video. Clint Eastwood stars in Space Cowboys when a 40-year-old satellite goes wrong. We have a real problem here. The only men who can stop it crashing into the Earth you get over this. Are the only men old enough to remember how it works. Clock's ticking, Bob, and I'm only getting old. Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner in the all-action thrill ride that'll take you out of this world. Space Cowboys. Certificate 15. Rented on video and buy it on DVD from Monday.
Great news, sports fans. There's a new paper coming out tomorrow that's devoted to sport, the whole of sport, and nothing but sport. It offers 12 pages of in-depth report and analysis from some of the brightest sports journalists around, and you can get it every day. Better still, you can get it tomorrow and every day free with the Times. The new 12-page Sports Daily, only with the Times. Feed your mind.
Tomorrow night on the James Whale Show, don't miss a fascinating investigation into life after death. Meet the man who believes that not only can we contact the afterlife, but that we're on the verge of being able to bring the dead back to life. James Whale on Back from the Dead, tomorrow night from 10, only on Talk Sport. Don't miss it.
Please keep listening. Tommy's just bought a set of matching micro scooters for the new Seekers, and he needs the money. Desperately, now.
When people come here and find you, you tell them Tommy Boyd did it.
It's the Human Zoo on Talk Sport, taking calls on screen, live and entirely at random. Ash is here as we go to line one. Line one, you're on the Human Zoo. Hello.
Desk. Football. The Liverpool versus Tanners match ended last night with defeat for the Tanners. I visited their dressing room. The atmosphere here hangs heavy like a big smell. The smell of men together, the smell of cat's musk. Rob Mariner, you missed the penalty. Why?
Yeah, it was a bad one. It took the top of my boot. It was all over in an instant.
You look really stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't a good performance. I'm going to try and figure it out now. Right on to the rest of this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you going to wash away the stain of defeat?
Yeah, let's get clean now and look on to the next start again. The rest of the season.
Yeah, but when you go home with your, you get to bed with your wife tonight, you watch the other day, you're going to sleep with her, your body, half remove the stain. You got a girlfriend though.
Too much reverb.
Yeah, they started to raise the reverb.
What they did was, yeah, exactly. They thought, let's put the bathroom effect on the sketch, and they overdid it.
Yeah.
It's easily done. I've done it myself.
Less is more with reverb.
God knows. Line two, you're live on Talk Sports Human Zoo.
Hello, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch the Grand Prix today?
I did.
Did you notice David Coulthard in the press conference?
I did. It was made up.
It was made up?
He had makeup on.
I was under the impression that he's an alien.
He had makeup on. In the gap between him winning the race and being hauled up for the press conference, they made him up.
Yeah, because he looked very strange to me.
He had what's called a TV corrective.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, oh yeah, which is a little bit of bass and then some poudre.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I was watching that program V the other day.
V, yeah.
And I'm sure he's one of them aliens.
The Illuminati again.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, Tom, thanks.
Tell David Icke.
I will do. I'll give him a ring later.
Thank you. Ash, we've had a letter.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the first letter we've had to the Human Zoo. Loads of email, talksport.net. Click on the button that says email the show. Give the address if you want to write. It says, dear, on Basildon Bond.
Oh, really? I like
Like
it.
proper,
I didn't know they still
oh,
make it.
hey.
Nice.
And it says, and you get dedications, and it's a dedication.
Well, dedication's what you need.
I know. Dear Tommy and Ash, it says, could you please, could you please dedicate a call on the Human Zoo to my husband Vince and tell him thank you for 31 wonderful years together. We celebrate our anniversary on Monday, May the 14th, and I can honestly say there's never been a crossword between us. Although naturally we've been confused, anxious and a little angry most of the time. Any call will do, as the unpredictable nature of the show, coupled with the faint sense of futility, neatly reflects our marriage and our existence. Yours faithfully, Audrey Reid, Northampton. So this is we'll go to line 3, and this next caller to the Human Zoo is dedicated to Vince and Audrey Reid from Northampton. Good evening, line 3. Very good, yeah. And once again, that call that went out for Audrey and Vince Reid of Northampton, celebrating 31 years of very happy, although slightly futile years put together.
Yeah, but they'll be happy. They'll be happy with that as a culmination.
I think that really sort of sums it up in many ways, doesn't it? The human experience, really. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. And thank you for your letter, Audrey. And the address, if you'd like to write, it's the Human Zoo, Tommy Boyd and Ash. That's so it goes in the right pigeonhole. Talksport, P.O. Box 1089. I will repeat the address shortly, because you've never got a pen. 1089, London, SE1 8WQ. The Human Zoo on Talksport, taking calls and dedications. Line 4.
How's it going? This is Dennis the Menace. I've got to warn you, Minnie the Minx will rule the world in approximately 2 days. That's all I've got to say, thanks.
I wonder if she grew up, Minnie the Minx. Who'd play her in real life? Not in real life, in a movie. Cyndi Lauper.
Toya Wilcox.
Toya Wilcox? Nah, she's gone soft. Madonna?
Madonna. But, I mean, Minnie the Minx, I remember when they got rid of Minnie the Minx, and they brought her back. And I've looked at the Beano, and it's not like it used to be.
No.
The guy died, didn't he? And now his shoes are different. Dennis the Menace's shoes are different.
I haven't gone into it in that kind of depth.
Oh, I noticed it the other day.
Sissy Spacek, do you remember her?
What, a character? I remember the actress, yeah.
Yeah.
She could do Minnie.
As Minnie the Minx, you know. Yeah.
Or what's her name? The one who Tom Cruise is, you know.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I think, because now she'll...
Tom Cruise, maybe.
Yeah, but now she's going to sort of, you know, let her angst out, man.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, possibly.
Tom...
08700 40 50 60. Line 5, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hi.
You have to have it.
I'm going to just say hello to my mate Dave.
Yeah, good one. And line 6. Hi, line 6, you're on the Human Zoo.
Hello, Tommy, this is the Farmer Badger. Could I speak to Ash, please?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, Ash?
All right.
All right.
Farmer Badger.
Where have you been for the past 2 weeks, then?
I've been on, like, you know, different, you know, experiences, man.
We let the cat out of the bag and we said that you were down in the West Country, in amongst the nettles.
Yeah.
Looking for the
I've been looking for a secret species of butterfly that there's been sightings of down in the West Country.
That is very cool, Ash.
Thanks, man. And the badgers there, you know, there's loads of them, and they're very, you know, good coats on them.
I know, they're very friendly down there. I hope you had some badger juice with one of them.
Oh, yes, we had plenty of badger juice.
There was badger beer, wasn't there?
Badger beer.
It's amazing they've survived, badgers, because they're slow, they're stupid.
Yeah.
They make you make a great coat out of a badger.
Yeah, oh, you can. A hat.
A hat.
Lovely
A badger
fetching
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
They were culling them, though, you know. Down that part of the woods, I think they were going to, and now they stopped with foot and mat because of the TB. They were seeing whether it gave. But yeah, lovely badger country and plenty of hay and.
It's the disease of poets, isn't it? It's the disease of choice for poets, TV. So, you know, if only badgers could write, we'd have had some beautiful works, some beautiful odes.
Gorgeous.
Sorry, Ash.
If you got enough badgers and typewriters with infinity, they'd come up with Enid Blyton
and
stories.
Absolutely, an ode on a Grecian urn. Yeah. Go on.
Ash, I reckon the government are planning to kill my sheep.
Well, you look after your sheep, man.
I will, and I reckon you've been worrying my sheep too.
08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport, taking calls live, unscreened and at random. If you call the switchboard number and you get the engaged tone, you just have to try again. If you get the ringing tone, it means that you're up on the switchboard, and if you hold on, we'll get to you before the 6 minutes that BT give you, before they cut you off, and we still don't know why they do that. That's the deal. Here's line 1. Hello, line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
I'm a bit down after yesterday's FA Cup final defeat. Really, feel sick. I don't know what to do.
Nothing I can help with. I really can't. You were rubbish.
You should feel sick.
Yeah, you can't really. Throw it away. Yeah. Your defenders are too slow and too old, and the ball over the top is always going to murder them in the last 15 minutes. That's what Liverpool planned, and that's what Liverpool did, so, you know.
Dixon just looked so slow at the end there.
Yeah, he's a good player, but, you know, he needs some injection of lambs.
And he's the spring chicken.
Compared to Tony Adams, and David Seaman.
Oh, well then.
Keown's pushing it a bit as well.
He's shoving it along, isn't he, really? There's only Ashley Cole there who isn't, you know.
Oh, he's talent.
Looking at a future career yet. Thanks for your call. Good luck.
Right then.
Bye-bye. 08700 40 50 60. To line 2. Hello, line 2. You're live on Talk Sports. Human Zoo.
Hello, I'm in a bad mood. I've been trying to get a through for the last half an hour, and I don't even have anything to say. It's just terrible. Bye.
Bye-bye. That's pretty good that someone is learning. And to line 3. Line 3, you're on the Human Zoo. Hi.
Guess what?
What?
Hot potatoes aren't cold.
No.
Well, if you leave them long enough, they do. They become cold. You have to put them in the microwave.
Why is it that if you buy fish and chips, and you buy a bag of chips too many, which we always do in our house, and then you come down the following morning, and you notice that they're still there cold in the oven, and you try and eat some of them, they won't go down. Have you noticed this?
But that is specifically there, Tommy. Your problem is with chippy shop chips. You see, because of the grease involved in the production.
Lard.
Yeah, it's not pleasant in the morning. Whereas if you had, you know, maybe oven chips, that would they would be more.
Well, they dissolve in your mouth, don't they? That's a different experience entirely.
It's not really the same. Yeah, you're right, man.
08700 40 50 60. It's Talk Sports Human Zoo on a Sunday night, just reflecting the nation's angst. Line 4, you're next. Hello.
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 Go to sleep, Lobster Austin. Rest that gammy leg.
I have no idea if that was a WWF reference to Lobster Austin.
Was that a wrestler?
I have no idea. Saturday nights on Talksport from 8 until 10 we talk wrestling, but thank you for your call to the Human Zoo. Line 5, go.
Alright, Tommy.
Hey.
I went to the WWF wrestling last week, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was asking whether you saw at the end all the fans chucking the bottles in.
There was a little bit of argy-bargy, wasn't there? Yeah, never mind.
Well, it was disgraceful behaviour.
A little bit, yes, but hey, you know.
And it's one other thing, can I say hi to everyone at Bancroft School?
You whip a crowd up, you know, and you don't know what you're going to get. You can end up with beheadings, you can have a change of government. You whip a crowd up and, you know, a few plastic bottles, and it was only Volvic.
I thought it was quite funny, though, because they started throwing them in, and the minute they started hitting the floor, The Undertaker and Stone Cold jumped up him, although they were meant to be, like, knocked out.
You sure it wasn't Evian?
What?
You sure it was Volvic?
I don't know. It was just all loads of bottles. The ring was covered.
But it was only mineral water, wasn't it?
No, it was like...
Was it sparkling?
I don't know.
People don't take glass bottles to events anymore. You can't get glass bottles.
Don't allow you in, do they? With
Don't allow you in with glass bottles. No.
Oh, they do. There's like this shop and they're selling drinks.
That's disgusting.
I was at a Pompey match in the family enclosure not long ago, and some youngsters in front of me took out those very tiny cans that you can get now of soft drinks. Do you know the ones I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know, they're about,
Like
the size of an egg.
Like what you get on planes.
Yeah. And started to drink from them at half time, and a steward waded in. Because you're not allowed cans at football matches.
Oh, they had something to do.
Yeah, came wading in and said, you know, can't shoot.
That is a very serious
Thank you
offence.
very much. We'll have those. Sorry. Terribly sorry. Rules is rules. McAlpine report, or whatever it was, you know. Taylor report. 08700 40 50 60. Line 6, you're live on Talksport Human Zoo. Hi.
It's me, dear brother.
Ha-ha.
Snake!
Is that new, is it? I haven't heard him.
No idea. No idea. Haven't got a clue. That's how it should be.
Not familiar with his work.
08700 40 50 60, the switchboard number. You can email the Human Zoo by going to our website, talksport.net, and clicking on the button that says email the show. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here.
Are you still seeing that, Steve Blip? No, thanks. I've had it up to here with clubs. I'm tired of the greasy, grebo, leather-trousered Lothario routine. I need a man, not a boy, but I don't even know where to start looking.
Talksport's Singles Connection takes the emotional edge out of finding your perfect partner. It's as simple as calling 0870 243 6907 and leaving a few details about yourself and the kind of person you'd most like to meet. You'll get a text message on your mobile phone with a list of people in your area who like the same kind of things that you like. 0870 243 6907. It works for blokes too. Calls charged at national rates.
Attention, all real sports fans. Have we got sports news for you? Sport First, the all-action national sports newspaper for every goal of every game in every league. From the conference to the Premiership, for great tips, stats and team news. Now twice a week. Previews on Friday, results on Sunday. Sport First, the national sports newspaper. Get it now. Now.
Loosen your tie, open your top button, pour milk over your cereal, and rev up your old Ford Granada.
Shut in.
They're just two ordinary blokes.
We're Brazil and Paris, son, and we haven't had any breakfast.
And together they specialise in roughing up the biggest names in sport and capturing the latest sports stories from across the global manor.
There's no such thing as a free breakfast, sunshine.
Listen once, and you'll be nicked. Weekday mornings from 6 on 1089 and 10:53 AM. Talk Sport.
Tommy.
It's the Human Zoo on Talksport on a Sunday night with people feeling as they do. Not just across the UK, but right across planet Earth, I reckon. I've travelled, I've seen it. Everywhere you go. On a Sunday night, it's Monday in the morning, and people just feel different. And so we just kind of open the switchboard and see what it is that people want to get off their chest. The number's 08700 40 50 60. It's Night Rider, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Michael.
08700 40 50 60. To line one, good evening. You're on the Human Zoo.
Good evening.
Evening.
This is Valletta calling.
Ah.
Here are the results of the Maltese jury.
Very good, very good.
Israel, 1 point. Israel, 1 point. Russia, 2 points. La Russie, 2 points. Ireland, 3 points. Irlande, 3 points. Turkey, 4 points. La Turquie, 4 points. Ash, 5 points. Watching Badgers in the West Country. And finally, Greece, 12 points. Grèce, 12 points. And Steve Kember should be made president of Crystal Palace Football Club. Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. 08700 40 50 60. And to line 2. Hi, line 2, you're on the Human Zoo. Very good. Let's just have a moment for Harry Seacombe. What a life. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Seacombe. Okay. 08700 40 50 60 to line 3. Line 3, good evening. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
NSYNC, why do they sing?
Very good. Thank you very much indeed. Line 3. And to line 4. Line 4, good evening. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Lord Vader.
Good evening. It's I, Lord Vader.
Evening. All right.
Is that Ash back?
Oh, yeah, man. Pleased that you care. All right.
Never mind. This evening, Lord Vader will be the king.
Hi, King, man.
King Vader.
The king.
What?
King. King Vader.
Not King Vader. Lord Vader will be the king.
Yeah, but kings are bigger than lords.
Don't understand.
You would understand if you were here and you were able to see the rhinestones sewn into my cape.
Well, are you King Vader the First or what, mate? Yeah?
Not King Vader. If you say that one more time, I'll show you a trick with a lightsaber which will bring tears to your eyes.
All right. Who are you going to be tonight?
Elvis.
Elvis Costello.
Elvis Presley.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Tonight on the Human Zoo, Lord Vader is the king.
Woo!
And I just can't help believing.
Go for it.
Take it away, boys.
I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and a wonderful tomorrow.
Looking good. So Vader.
I just can't help believing when she's lying close beside me and my heart beats whispering from over side. This time the girl is going to sleep. This time the girl is going to stay.
Yes! Lord Vader, very nice.
That was beautiful.
John, you could see him up there, didn't you, on the stage, because he's got presents.
He has. Yeah,
No.
he's always giving out presents.
Would he be in that outfit only in white?
Oh yeah,
With a rhinestone cape.
Yeah,
A rhinestone and the whole thing.
Can you have a quiff on his helmet?
A quiff on his helmet.
And the sunglasses.
Yeah. About sort of 27 stone, yeah, porked out. Brilliant. 08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport, and we go to line 5. Good evening, line 5. You're live.
Hello, Tommy.
Hi.
Are you stiff?
Sorry, say again.
Are you stiff?
Am I stiff?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Right, okay. Can I just say hello to Matt and Yossi?
Of course you can.
Okay, can we have a honk of the horn?
Whatever that means.
Okay, that's good. Cheers to you.
Yep, sure, not a problem. Not a problem.
Honk on the horn.
I had to bundle up a lot of stuff, garden waste, because we cleared the garden and there was a lot of stuff and I was covered in scratches and I'm a little
Gardening.
stiff.
Do you like gardening?
No.
No?
Do you?
No, I haven't got a garden.
No,
but
very
I was
wise,
talking
very
about
wise.
it today and maybe it's therapeutic.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Let the grass grow. Comes up to about your knees. You get clouds of butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Snakes. Why mow it?
Right.
Why mow it?
Do you know that Australian guy who sticks his head in crocodiles' mouths and
Yes.
pulls? Is he? I heard a rumour that a snake bit him and he passed.
Oh. You think that will be on the news?
Yes.
It's the kind of thing you want on the news.
Yes. I hope it's not true.
Oh, God, yes, absolutely. I hope he lives forever.
Yeah,
well, of
he's
course he won't, because none of us will, but...
Very good with animals.
Very good with animals, and very good talking to a camera.
Yeah, very good.
Line 6, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hello. Okay, thank you very much indeed. 08700 40 50 60.
That's that naughty American man.
It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here. You can email us by going to our website, talksport.net, and clicking the button that says email the show. Please do.
The addresses of all premium rate telephone services advertised on this radio station are available by calling 020 7959 7959.
Wow, you look pleased with yourself. Yes, I've just given away everything I own. My house, my car, my shares. Are you mad? No, I've just made a will. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. Did you know that if you die without making a will, it could take a long time for your family to inherit your assets? Really? But didn't you have to get solicitors involved? Nope, I just used a CD-ROM called Click Your Will, popped it into my PC, and in a matter of minutes I was dragging and dropping my assets onto whoever I wanted to give them to. Wow, that all sounds very simple. It is. Of course, the great thing about Click Your Will is that I can change my mind as often as I like at no extra cost, which only leaves me one problem. What's that? What to leave you? Maybe my 70s disco ties or bell. Click Your Will. The will you write yourself. No solicitors, no paperwork, no hassle. It's dead simple. Click Your Will is fully Windows compatible and costs just $29.95 plus post and packing. Call 0870 07 81 451 for your copy now. Allow 10 days for delivery. 0870 07 81 451.
The most English-sounding words in the English language must be street slang, like rogues, thugs, loot, and coppers' knocks. Each word a love letter to the East End. East End of the map, that is, because we half-inched them all from India. The UK's most popular meal is Indian too. So McDonald's, the UK's favourite restaurant, is serving delicately spiced tandoori chicken served in a warm Peshwari naan at participating restaurants for a limited time. Kushti grub. Kushti. Now that's definitely English. Isn't it?
On 1089 and 10:53 a.m.
Tommy Boyd.
Hello, welcome.
Been chucked out from the pub. Is that swilling kebab threatening to revisit terra firma? May we suggest you lie back and listen to Talksport's very own chucking out time Charlie. Tommy Boyd.
Show us your nut.
It's a live phone-in show, but it's slightly different from most, because instead of having calls screened by professionals, if you call the show, instead of being asked by somebody what it is you want to say and who you are and where you're calling from and stacked and told that you're going to be on in 3 calls' time and so on and so forth, if you call the switchboard 08700 40 50 60 and you get the ringing tone, it means you're stacked, and then as soon as your ringing tone turns to speech or something, silence, whatever, it means you're on the radio. And you can do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be who you want to be, perform what you want to perform, play what you want to play. As long as it's clean and lawful, we're delighted. That's the Human Zoo. And it works on a Sunday night because we all feel a bit strange on a Sunday night. Yeah. I'm Tommy Boyd. The legendary Ash is here. Talksport.net is the website. Click on the button that says email the show as we go to line 1 and say, good evening, line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
This is a fair request, and I promise I will not judge any person only as a teenager. If you will constantly remind yourself that some of my generation judges people by their race, their belief, or the color of their skin, and that this is no more right than saying all teenagers are drunken dope addicts or glue sniffers.
No, good call. I was going to get it timed. That was nice. I don't know how it ended like that or why it ended like that, but that was interesting. That made you think. And that's art. If it makes you think it's art, this show's art. This show is art. There ain't a lot of art on British radio, but this show's art, right? Because it makes you think, what? And then it's art. That's my definition of art. But don't call me and tell me what yours is. Because we want nonsense. It's the Human Zoo. We go to line 2. Hello, line 2. You're live. Yeah.
Got to work like a slave on me.
Better.
It'll come Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. I'm so tired, got no time. He'll come in, I'll see to my side. On California, got to tell that I'm out. 'Cause Thursday is a hard working day, and Friday I'll get my pay. Saturday morning, oh Saturday morning, all my time they're on the way. On my morning, in my heart, and I'm out on the camp to play.
It goes back a long way, the Monday morning feeling, because even when we were all serfs, you know, or slaves, we'd still have Sunday off to do a bit of worshipping, keep us all in line. So I reckon the Sunday night, Monday morning feeling probably goes back a couple of thousand years. So it's a powerful part of the human experience. Thank you, caller. That was, what's his name, wasn't it? Blueberry Hill, was it? Line 4. Line 3, in fact.
Hi, Tommy, it's Matt from
Hey,
Portsmouth.
Matt. Hi.
I was trying to say that Matthew Baker, my friend's a screwbag, and that my girlfriend's a carpet muncher. Cheers, man.
Okay, that's cool. And line 4. Hi, line 4. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
You butler.
Live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
You butler.
No idea how that happened. But on the buses thing, Anna Karen, who was, what's his name, Blakey's wife? The thin guy's wife in On the Buses. It's rumoured that she and Melvin Hayes and Lionel Blair are starring in a very, very strange and radical, terrestrial TV sitcom that's coming out fairly soon, which will probably be worth looking at just to see if it's as strange as they're claiming it's going to be. I doubt it. Can't be as strange as this. Let's go to line 5. Hi, line 5. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Hello, man.
Hello.
What's up, man, Michael?
Nothing happening.
Yeah, man. I'd just like to say some shout out to my friends. Is that all right with you, man?
That is cool, man.
I'd just like to say, big up yourself, James Henry, yeah. And me mate Stephen, yeah. And I'd just like to say, the boy idiot, man, you know?
08700 40 50 60. Bit of trouble there. Line 5, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Guys.
Yeah. And gone. Let's go to line 1. Good evening, line 1. You're live. Hi.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a belt out of you? Come get a kick from cocaine. Hold it, what the hell is that shit? I'm in a song.
What is it?
A real song. Something like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Whoa, sure. Don't know that one, huh? Well,
Yeah, it is,
how
yeah.
about the Camp Town Ladies? The Camp Town Ladies. Oh, you know. The Camp Town Ladies sing this song. Do-da, do-da. Camp Town Ladies like 5 miles long. Oh, the do-da days.
It's that bit where the cowboy boss is trying to persuade the black slaves to act like black slaves.
Yeah.
But it turns out they've got too much rhythm. It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
Very good movie. So line 2. Hi, line 2. You're on Talksport's Human Zoo. Who's this? Oh. A ship jumper. Line 3. It's your turn. Hello.
Who's got a phone? Georgie Bargie!
And line 4. Good evening, line 4.
Hello, Tom.
Hiya.
I've got some mad cheesy audio for you, yeah.
Okay.
It's from about 1980 something, I'm not sure. And this one's going out to A friend of my sister's called Ashley. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, China.
Is it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Crap, isn't it?
But the dedication was good. There was love in the dedication. To line 5. Hi, line 5. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Tubbs. I just want to say big up to Bristol.
Okay. Getting through calls that are racing.
Big up to Bristol.
Nobody's dwelling on their themes. Nobody's spinning their simple melody into a concerto.
Hello?
Hello?
You there, Tom?
Are you still on the road?
I'm still on the road, yeah. I'm on the M22 and listening to you on 1107. Very clear reception.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're already in a field, knocking over where those cows used to be before they were slaughtered.
Oh, no.
No.
Anyway, Tom, quickly, just wanted to give you a bit of bad news. The old Rigby Road Greyhound Stadium in Blackpool with your totaliser.
Yeah?
It's been a cinema for 4 years.
No!
Yeah. But not 200 yards away, at Bloomfield Road, where the mighty Blackpool Seasiders play.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's where your Shih-Tzu plays.
Well, all I would say is good luck in the playoffs. You're going to need it.
Well, we're doing all right. We did all right today.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
All right, I'll leave you with that.
Yeah, no, I was surprised. I thought Hartlepool would get something there.
Oh, well, yeah, it's been, a bit of a Blackpool roller coaster ride.
Thanks for your call.
All right.
Drive safely, fella. So the mechanical totaliser board at Blackpool's legendary Greyhound Stadium has been ploughed into the dirt. About time to. It'd take ages to get your price up, it would. You'd have 50p on the 4-dog, and about 20 minutes later you'd find out what you were getting for it.
The thing is with dogs, I went a couple of times, but I could never get to grips with it. But
no.
If it's like raining, you should pick track 1, and if it's not raining and dry, pick track 6. Or the other way around, I can't remember that.
You hear all this, and if the sun's out, back the bitch.
Who's...
No, a professional told me that. If the sun's on their backs,
yeah,
the female dogs run faster, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just think it's a nice evening out, you know, and a play some chips and a bottle of wine and lose some money.
My mate used to have a job at Wembley, and he was the one who had to, you know, when the hare finishes, they have to throw a sort of cuddly toy hare out to stop the dogs, and they all go for it. He was the one who threw it.
It was his job.
It was his job to throw the hare.
What does it say on his passport? Profession? Dog.
Toy rabbit.
Chucker of, 08700 40 50 60 to line 1. Good evening, line 1. You're live on the Human Zoo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Yeah, okay, it was reasonable, but it was slow. To line 2. Hello, line 2. You're on.
Hello, is that Tommy?
Speaking.
Yeah, all right. What do you think of the Blues, Birmingham City coming to the Premiership?
What do I think of?
Birmingham City coming to the Premiership?
Well, no chance.
Come on.
Too stuffy.
You what?
Too stuffy. Stuffy side. They're a stuffy team. They play stuffy football. They've got a stuffy manager. Sorry.
Do you reckon Trevor Francis will make us get to this?
No, not a chance. Have I said the right thing so far?
Yeah.
Aston Villa supporting Ash?
Yeah, man, you do.
Yeah,
well.
cool. Thank you very much indeed. But well played today, fella. Was it 1-0? I think Birmingham won this.
Yes,
yeah.
it was 1. I saw it.
I like the playoffs.
Yeah.
As long as you're not, as long as you're not involved, it might be a nail biter if you're involved. But it adds something to the end of the season. Line 3, you're on the Human Zoo on Talksport. Hello, line 3.
Sir.
Hello.
Up the gas. Up the gas. Boot lever.
Yeah, this. All political parties, such as the Conservatives, and I'm just doing the election thing.
Oh, what did he say? I didn't even know what
He
he
may have said vote Labour, in which case it's incumbent on me to say vote Tory, vote Democrat, vote
vote for all of them.
vote Plaid Cymru, vote for Monster Union Party.
Just vote for everyone, man.
Here's a list of the other candidates. Because they do that, don't they?
Yeah.
Here's a list of the other candidates.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Line 4, you're live on Talksport Human Zoo. Hey.
Hello, Tommy, and welcome to Mr. Table Interviews.
Ah.
Captain Tugwell.
And on today's show, Liverpool's goal-scoring hero, Michael Owen. Hello, and first of all, Tommy, I would just like to apologise for last week's show with the incident with Mr. Prescott, first of all, but I've got to say sorry, okay? Okay, so I'm here with Liverpool's goal-scoring hero, Michael Owen. So how are you, Michael?
Yes, hello, Mr. Table. Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. And I'd like to say, I wasn't really supporting a team this day in the cup final. As long as football was the winner, I wasn't really that bothered. So we'll get into the questions. Michael, there has been some speculation of you leaving Liverpool. Are any of those rumours true?
Well, I don't think I'll be leaving quite soon because basically my paper round goes around the ground, so I doubt I'll be leaving for, a couple of years or so,
So, Michael, next question. After games where you win, and you obviously are entitled to celebrate, are you entitled to a drink of alcohol, maybe?
Well, that's not really your personal business, is it, Mr. Taylor? I think that's a bit unfair and a bit of a stupid question, really.
And I think that question is a bit of a stupid question. Cut to the music. This interview is over.
This table has fostered land. A heart of very near.
And on next week's show, England head coach Sven-Göran Eriksson.
Number of emails from people trying to find out where you were the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
But I said you were in Devon.
Yeah, I've been, around Devon.
Checking out the barbecues.
Reconnaissance mission in Devon.
Lying back and looking at the sky.
And badgers and beavers.
Yeah. 08700 4060. Line 5, you're live on Talksport Human Zoo. Good evening.
The government.
Line 6.
Oh, hi, Tommy.
Hi, Line 6.
Can I tell a joke at all?
Okay.
Okay, there's a man at the bar, and he's not looking too good, and the barman goes, "You're all right?" And he goes, "Yeah. I've been spending the last couple of days in the toilet because the doctor's giving me some of these salts to, clear me out, you know what I mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "Oh, actually, I've got to go now." He hobbles off to the toilet. Comes back 10 minutes later, and he goes, "Oh, that's better. I feel like I just dropped a lung in there." The barman's like, "Oh, bloody hell." So he walks in there, and there's crap on the wall, on the toilet, the pan, the wall, the ceiling, everything. Comes out and goes, "Oh, mate, what kind of salts do you want?" He goes, "Oh, summer salts."
Okay, thank you. 08700 40 50 60. So I didn't need that, really.
No, we didn't need that.
But he asked me to tell a joke, and I said, yeah, a deal's a deal,
Yeah, I mean, we're not the type to welch on the deal.
We're not the type to Welsh. You nearly said Welsh then, didn't you?
Welsh.
Only because you know what kind of calls it will bring by about 12:15. Wonderful people, the Welsh. Yeah. Line 1, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hiya.
I didn't come here to tell you how it's going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
Yeah, I like that call. It was a bit low level, but it was mysterious.
Well, we await.
And quickly to line 2. Line 2, ahead of the 11 o'clock. It's, you're on the Human Zoo. Hey.
Hello?
Hello.
I was at the dinner when you talk about the wrestling.
Okay. Go on then.
When did you talk about the wrestling?
Oh, we talk about wrestling technically from 8 until about 10 on a Saturday evening on Talksport. It's the world's biggest radio wrestling show. Well, it's not a show. It's just a chance to talk about the wrestling.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah, all right.
Right, and at the Villa.
At the Villa. 08700 40 50 60. The Human Zoo on Talksport. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here.
Justin Toper's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Toper, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Toper's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
Attention all real sports fans. Have we got sports news for you? Sport First, the all-action national sports newspaper for every goal of every game in every league. From the conference to the Premiership, for great tips, stats and team news. Now twice a week. Previews on Friday, results on Sunday. Sport First, the national sports newspaper. Get it now. Now.
On 1089 and 1053 AM, Talk Sport. On the hour, sports updates and headline news from the Sky News Centre.
It's 11 o'clock, I'm Howell George. Tonight's sports headlines: Leeds 6 shooters gunned down Bradford. Leicester have made it 2 out of 3 so far. And there's new life in the Test squad. More on all those stories after the latest news and weather. A couple who lost a lottery ticket worth £3 million have told Sky News they'll sue Camelot for the money. The lottery organisers refusing to pay because Martin and Kay Tott missed a deadline for their claim. But it's emerged that a syndicate, which also failed to claim on time, was paid regardless. A man aged 44 is still being questioned about the murder yesterday of a teenage girl. 16-year-old Rosemary Ross was stabbed in the chest and died later in hospital. She'd been sunbathing with a friend in Birmingham's Centenary Square. The Prime Minister's been setting out his vision for a second term in office. Mr Blair spoke of a Britain where everyone had the opportunity to reach their potential. He said Labour wanted to break down every barrier to what he called their big idea.
That is the true party of aspiration, of opportunity, dedicated to creating a genuine meritocratic Britain where people can get to the highest level their talents take them.
It was his first main speech of the election campaign and delivered in his own constituency in County Durham, but Charles Kennedy, the Liberal Democrats leader, is calling Labour's record disappointing. A British nanny jailed for 25 years in America for killing a baby is confident she'll get a retrial. Manjit Basuta was due to attend an appeal this week, but the case has been put back. The former nurse from Berkshire was found guilty of shaking Oliver Smith to death in 1999. A new easy-to-use contraception patch which allows women to control their fertility could go on sale in Britain later this year. The patch has been developed in the United States, and its inventors claim it could provide as radical a change for women as the pill did in the 1960s. Ali G and Graham Norton have been the stars of the BAFTAs. The two Channel 4 comedians picked up 2 awards each in the ceremony tonight. And in Talksport weather, a dry and mild night to come. Tomorrow will be mainly sunny, apart from the southeast, which will see some rain.
Talksport. Sports update.
Leeds have beaten Bradford 6-1 in the West Yorkshire derby. It means the Lilywhites still have a hope of making next season's Champions League. It ended Southampton 2, Manchester United 1 in the second last game ever at the Dell. It's the Saints' first win under caretaker boss Stuart Gray.
With Manchester United, yes, you've got to give them respect. But we didn't fear them. We thought, well, if we put them under pressure, let's ask questions of what good players they are. And to be fair, I think we won a lot of second ball, and that's what got us our goals.
Birmingham go into their playoff semi-final second leg, a goal up against Preston. Bolton came back from 2 down to draw at West Brom. Both Division 2 matches finished goalless, while Blackpool and Hull won in the third. SPL champions Celtic have lost their unbeaten home league record. 10-man Dundee won 2-0, both goals from Fabian Caballero. In the Edinburgh derby, Hibs and Hearts have drawn 0-0. Hibs missed a last-minute penalty. Rugby Union now, and Leicester beat Bath 22-10 in the Zurich Premiership Championship final at Twickenham. It's their second trophy of the season. They meet Stade Francais in the Heineken Cup final next weekend. Golf, and Henrik Stenson has won the B&H International. Angel Cabrera came in second at the Belfry. Cricket, and England have named Ian Ward and Ryan Sidebottom in their squad for Thursday's first test with Pakistan at Lord's. They join the 10 contracted players and spinner Robert Croft, who's called up in place of injured Ashley Giles. McLaren driver David Coulthard has won the Austrian Grand Prix despite starting the race in 7th place on the grid. It means he's only 4 points behind Michael Schumacher in the World Championship standings. That's the latest from the Sky News Centre. Our next news at midnight.
On 1089 and 1053 AM, Tommy Boyd on Talk Sport.
Why am I such a misfit? The Tommy Boyd radio experiment. It does exactly what it says in the paper.
I smell bacon.
Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, and then you're gonna die.
Tommy. But there are some good bits in the middle. Like, I mean, you had a nice 2 weeks on your back, didn't you?
Yeah, and my front and that.
Yeah. You've got some good colour. There are some nice bits in between. It's the Human Zoo on Talk Sport. We take calls live unscreened and at random. We go to line 1. Hi, line 1, you're on.
A non-gay explanation.
Drunk. Really drunk.
Oh, thank God.
Simpsons, is it? Simpsons? Yeah.
It's good for the batteries. Now, I'm afraid your son has cracked his coccyx.
How long will it take to recover?
You'll have to wear this fanny cast for quite some time. But don't worry, son. It fits snugly under your clothes.
Do all these people have to watch me?
Now, son, this is a teaching hospital, which is why I put the seat of your cast with the viewing window.
Oh, my. I'm not that right.
Very good, very good. Great show, The Simpsons. And to line 2. Hello, line 2, you're on. What?
Extra.
Megan. I've never been to a rave.
Yeah.
No.
No, I mean,
Would they let me in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, anyone can get in a rave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love to go to a rave.
I haven't been in many years, but I went to a lot back in my youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good.
And it's just that one riff they play for about 8 hours.
No.
No?
I mean, there's a whole culture.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know about nowadays. I mean, I don't go to them anymore, but there's still, all kinds of things going on.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Very liberating can be.
Vote for people under the age of 18, that's what I say. Hello, line 3, you're live on Talk Sports Human Zoo.
I've got a little quiz for you.
Okay.
Again, right?
Yeah.
It's just you, but Ash can help you once.
So Ash can assist me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you won't get the big prizes, I'm afraid.
Okay.
You can share. You're not allowed them all to yourself. You've got to share.
Okay.
I'll take the car.
Well, they're not that good.
Well, anyway.
Well, for 1 point, you get a year's supply of toenail clippings.
Yeah.
2, get a free cinema ticket to the remake of Casablanca, starring Jim Carrey.
I'd like to see that.
It's a real film. It's coming out soon.
Yeah,
In about, I think it's summer.
Yeah.
And 3 points is a piece of moon rock.
Okay.
Yeah. So, question 1. On 4th of July, 1997, an American Pathfinder spacecraft landed on which planet?
Ooh. Landed?
Yeah, landed.
Pathfinder. It's either Saturn or Mars.
I don't think you can land on Saturn because it's mostly gas and bits of rock, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
You're going for Mars?
Yeah, it's going for Mars.
What's the one in between Mars before you get to the next big one?
I don't know, but...
No, I'm asking now.
After Mars. After Mars is Jupiter.
No, it's not Jupiter, is it?
And it's Saturn.
Should we go Mars?
It's got to be Mars.
We're going Mars.
Yeah, you can go Mars, and it's correct, but I was going to say, on things like Weakest Link and that,
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, they never let you do that.
Do what?
Keep guessing, but I'll let you.
We
the
keep
first
guessing.
one we said was Mars.
We were working it out,
Oh, yeah,
audibly.
you can do that, yeah, but
All right, thank you.
other shows you can't. They
No.
go, yeah, so you've won the toenail clipping for a year. Now, second question. In the UK, where would you be if the postcode began with G?
Is there only one place?
One place, yeah. In the UK.
Ooh.
What's Glasgow? Is that GL?
It's got to be Glasgow.
No, but isn't Glasgow GL?
Is it just G? It's got to be another letter.
Just G.
So it goes G number.
G number, I think. Yeah.
No, because Glasgow's probably broken up into several postcodes.
Yeah,
Could be
it's
somewhere
all
in
beginning
Wales.
with G.
Could be Gwent.
No, because it would be all G, because Birmingham is all B.
Yeah.
There's no BW or
Is there
B.
a county that begins with G?
It's Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire. What shall we say?
I think Glasgow.
Glasgow. We're going Glasgow.
Yep, you can get the free cinema ticket to see Casablanca now.
Nice one.
And the last one's a bit of an easy one.
Okay.
So,
Moonrock.
which Alfred Hitchcock film contains a notorious shower scene?
Oh, it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Perkins. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Psycho.
I love that film.
Great movie, isn't
One
it?
of my favourites. I
Very
hate the remake, even though it's exactly the same. I
They
think
should never bother with remakes.
Yeah, but what
Except
they
for Casablanca.
What they said was they wanted to make good, you know, 'cause they always remake bad things, didn't they? So
yeah.
I thought they might remake a good thing, but it hasn't got the same kind of feel to it. Just lost it all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I've
For,
been-
Thank you for the game. Nice
There's one Moonrock.
Yeah. And,
Nice.
one more thing before I go. It's nothing nasty or anything. I'm just...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were gone.
Yeah.
Is, you know, in the Lighten Us Up When You Go Up song,
Yeah.
the bit with Santa Claus doesn't exist and all that bit.
Yes. Who's the bloke who's not funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
no, it's really weird. It's something. I thought it was nature.
No, I think it's some American comedian or game show host or chat show host who isn't funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose.
We'll listen to it again more carefully next time.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Anytime.
All right. I'll ring again next week.
Excellent.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Nice young man.
Yeah, young man.
Nice young man.
Sounded like Pauline Quirk.
Who he did?
Yeah. Like the bloke in Harry Enfield, you know, the slobs one.
Yeah.
And when he plays the boy, when, you know, the teenagers, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You mentioned Pauline Quirk.
Perry or
I
whatever.
bumped into her when she was about 14.
Yeah.
14 or
Really?
15, yeah. And you couldn't half tell that she was talented then.
Yeah, she was
just
very-
she had a lot.
Very talented.
She's a great bloke. Line 4, you're live on Talk Sports, Human Zoo. Hello. We can wait. What do you think?
Just wait.
We'll wait. We're waiting. Shall I put them on hold and come back to them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, line 4, as soon as you're ready, we'll hold you and you know, we'll come back to you. Line 5, you're live on Talk Sports, Human Zoo. Hi.
I think you better put them on hold as well.
Put line 5 on hold.
Hello?
Oh, hello. What happened there?
I don't know. I think your phone's broke.
No, you weren't paying attention.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. See?
How are you tonight?
Very well, you?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Ash is well?
Ash is good. I know.
Planned and relaxed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did Ash get his name?
It was passed down from the Bible.
Oh.
Yeah.
So his parents were drug dealers?
Could have been Balthazar or,
Balthazar.
Yeah.
No,
Naomi, because Naomi...
No, they've given that up now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I told them, you know.
Or Barabbas.
There's
Could
no
have been
future.
Barabbas.
There's no future in it.
You don't bump into anybody called Barabbas.
Oh, I thought it was Barabbas.
I don't know.
Hello? It's my call. Can I talk?
Early calculator.
Can I tell you a quick joke?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not rude, so you ain't got nothing to worry about.
We'll decide that.
Oh, fair enough.
We'll be the judge of that.
Alright, calm down. I don't want to fight. Yet.
Go on, man.
Right. There's a man, he goes to his doctor, and he says to the doctor, every time I look in the mirror, see ya.
08700 40 50 60. Because it's funny, I've often wondered, if you're a gay man and you're really good looking, could you fancy yourself? Why not? If I was Michelle Pfeiffer, right, then I would fancy myself.
Yeah, if I was Michelle Pfeiffer.
If I was Michelle Pfeiffer, I would just be able to look at myself.
Spend all day in the mirror.
Yeah, I would. I would pose. I would wear provocative clothing.
Video yourself.
I would hardly ever go out. Hardly ever go out. You know.
Just go out for like bread and milk.
Yes. Pet food and all that sort of thing. To line 5. Good evening. Line 5, you're live on the Human Zoo.
Elmo song. Shut the fuck up.
It's a little bit angsty, isn't it? I think it's you know, it's the heat.
Yeah, it's more the humidity.
Yeah, it's close.
It's very close.
I thought we'd have flying ants.
Because in Devon it was very dry and warm. Arid. And when I came back here, I noticed how it was even hotter in a
metropolis.
Moist manner.
Yes. The concrete and the exhaust fumes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the foliage lushing its moisture.
Hello, line 6. Thank you for your patience. You're on.
That's okay. Stephen from Paisley here.
Yeah.
Ash, I just wondered, what do you think of David Icke's suggestion that the lizards were Jews?
You've been saying that?
Well, he suggested that when he was saying the word lizard that he was actually inferring Jewish people.
Yeah, there is something. I haven't actually, looked at the finer details of that, but I've heard some, there's some things, and he did glare at me.
Ashy?
Yeah, he glared at me.
Ike. Yeah, I interviewed him years ago when he was just packing in being a goalkeeper, and he'd written a joke book. And I interviewed him, and I never thought then. He turned up in a nice lightweight suit, sensible haircut, soon to host the snooker.
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it?
I mean, it's quite funny. The guy, when he came in, there was another guy, and he said he was playing football, and he was with his young guys, and he was still playing, quite tough, and it's just quite a...
He was with Leeds, wasn't he?
Coventry, I thought.
Coventry City. Coventry.
Yeah.
Why did I think Leeds?
And then Green Party spokesman he was as well.
Yes.
After the snooker bit and grandstand.
Yeah. And he's still, he's...
Great career doing it.
Oh, fascinating life, a good life.
Yeah.
I don't understand a word he says, but...
No.
Not really.
Gibberish.
No. Line 1, you're on the Human Zoo. Hey.
He lives in Guildford, in Surrey, and he wears a purple tracksuit, and the postcode is G9. That's G... Glasgow.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I think it's in the Isle of Wight. Here we go. Yeah.
Come on.
I went to see the Glitter Band once.
Oh, yeah.
Not Gary Glitter, just the Glitter Band.
Oh, right.
And there were 4 of them, they told me. 4 Glitter Bands.
Yeah.
It was at the zenith of their fame.
Yeah.
And so they were going around the country mopping up. So Gary Glitter would go out with the Glitter Band, but then the Glitter Band, who had a couple of hits by themselves. Am I right?
I'm not sure about that.
No, nor am I. And so I went to see them at a place called Hove Town Hall. And it was just 4 session men.
Yeah.
Calling themselves a Glitter Band. And the place was full and we all danced and had a good time. And drink was taken,
I mean, Gary Glitter was my first sort of, the music, when I was 1 or 2, I remember Gary Glitter, that was the first.
Oh, good songs.
Yeah.
Line 3, you're on the Human Zoo on Talksport.
If you're 2 years old, it was good.
Good evening.
Hello.
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 Philip. Are you listening?
Is that Dilip or Philip?
Dilip.
Okay.
Right. Is this the switchboard?
No, it's the show.
Ah.
You know that.
Well, I wasn't sure. So wait, let me try. Dilip. Are you listening? This is your radio speaking. Yes, listen closely. You must feed me cider and chicken soup powder and broth mix and marky dog biscuits, or I will slay you. Beware, Philip, beware.
You could eat dog biscuits, couldn't you?
My mate used to do that.
Really?
Yes,
And he's fine, isn't he?
No.
Okay.
He's been in a very bad state ever since the day he had those dog biscuits.
You should be able to eat dog biscuits. It's cereal and flavouring.
And biscuit.
You wouldn't eat dog meat, although American...
Same guy I know actually ate dog meat.
Well...
Pedigree chum.
American salesmen used to have to go round to trying to shift their stuff to supermarkets and pet stores, and they would open a tin of it and eat it to prove how good it was, which is, dedication, isn't it?
And another mate of mine had Whiskas super meat.
And ate that?
Yeah, that's a bit fishy, man. And none of it's kosher. But yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had anything?
Well, no, but some friends of ours told us that one night some people turned up and they didn't have anything in, and they realised that they'd said they were going to do some food, so they made a chili and they used a tin of dog meat.
Yeah.
I must admit, no one died.
No, I mean that chum looks nice.
It does. Oh, it looks good.
Sandwich or something.
Looks solid. Chunky.
Lovely jelly.
I would imagine it is.
Yeah.
The meaning of life. Because this subject is so important, and that you must remember it the rest of your days, I would like every man, woman and child to go now and fetch a pencil and a piece of paper. The paper must be blank. I would like you to hold out the pencil, position the piece of paper, the blank piece of paper in front of you.
Vocals a bit low, actually.
Yeah, levels are a thing of colour. Yeah, so it's a good effort, but the levels are a bit, But good work, good try, good effort. 08700 40 50 60 if you want to try. Hi, line 5, you're on the Human Zoo.
I'd like to take time out and play a record from a man who died this week.
Okay.
And I love you so. The people ask me how.
You know this is?
It's Perry Como.
Yeah.
How I've lived now.
It would either have been him or Douglas Adams.
Perry Como.
Thank you.
No, Douglas Adams.
I guess they understand.
You okay, Tommy?
Nice one, thank you.
All right. Good night.
It's terrible, Douglas Adams.
Isn't it? I think we should have a second of silence, because we've already given Harry Seacombe a moment. Let's give Douglas Adams just a quick second here. Douglas Adams. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because it was damn funny.
Well, and he did on radio, he does a revolutionary.
And did you ever get the meaning of LIF, that little booklet that he did about alternative definitions for words? It was just so funny. It was he had words for things that we all understand, but there are no words for them. Like one, I can't remember what the word was, but the definition of it was the strange fear you have of not peeling enough potatoes. Because you do that, you think, I'll peel those, and you peel them, and then you think, I'll peel one more.
Yeah.
Because you do, just in case there aren't enough. Then you've got some cold potatoes in the fridge for about 4 days. But he understood. He
understood,
I tell you what, he'd have liked the Human Zoo. He was gone, yeah. 49, that's no age.
42, he should have been.
Yes. I wonder why 42.
Why?
I wonder why 42.
Just why?
Just why, who cares? Douglas Adams. 08700 40 50 60. This is the Human Zoo on Talksport.
The winning continues on Talksport, Monday to Thursday afternoons from 4 with Hawksby and Jacob. We've got together with Siemens to bring you a gargantuan giveaway of Siemens mobile phones, tickets to Premiership matches, and other great Siemens merchandise. It's non-stop Talksport winning tomorrow afternoon from 4 with Hawksby and Jacobs and Siemens mobile phones.
Hawksby and Jacobs on Talksport with Siemens mobile phones. Talk a great game with Siemens.
From Africa to Europe, 14 soldiers on parade, all dressed up for battle as they went on their crusade. On a big dark horse with armor, there sat a mighty king. No one guessed that deep inside, prune juice was his thing. As he led his soldiers onward, in the merry month of June, he discovered the world's greatest treasure, the fruit they call the prune. Now they say the great King Richard ever put the horse before the cart. From the prune came Sunraysia prune juice. Sunraysia thanks you, Lionheart.
Sunraysia prune juice is now available from selected Tesco stores.
Great news, sports fans. There's a new paper coming out tomorrow that's devoted to sport, the whole of sport, and nothing but sport. It offers 12 pages of in-depth report and analysis from some of the brightest sports journalists around, and you can get it every day. Better still, you can get it tomorrow and every day free with the Times. The new 12-page Sports Daily, only with the Times. Feed your mind.
Bloomberg Radio, the definitive guide to the latest form on all the markets and all the money. Bloomberg Radio, the UK's only radio station dedicated to keeping you in touch with the latest financial news that moves markets. Bloomberg Radio, across the UK on national digital radio 24 hours a day. Bloomberg Radio.
I'm working on a rolled dial tale of my own.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my accountant came round the other day, and I noticed
A bit
that...
short of cash.
Yes. He got his calculator out a lot, as they do.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the following numbers on his calculator were worn down so badly that you couldn't actually read the numbers.
Makings of a story.
1, 7, 5, and the decimal point. Right. And that was because I reckon that he had to work out VAT an awful lot.
Oh, yeah.
See? Yeah. So I thought, supposing, right, a woman is murdered, say, and there are no clues.
Yeah.
And her diary reveals no visitors.
Yeah.
But at the scene of the crime, right, is a very large calculator.
Yeah.
With
One of
one
those big ones.
Yeah. With the 1 and the 7 and the 5 and the decimal point worn down so you can't actually see, so they've been used a lot.
The accountant did it.
Yeah. It's a good start, isn't it, you see? Yeah. And so maybe it was because he'd been doing a VAT fraud with her books. Or maybe he, fiddled her will so that he had got all her money or something. But that's all Roald Dahl ever used to have, really, was a nice little sort of aha at the end.
Yeah. I remember the one where the woman, I think she killed someone with a frozen leg of lamb.
Yeah.
And then
ham.
And
served the detective.
Served it.
The murder weapon. Yeah. And it ended with funny because we didn't talk about it the other week, funny enough, when you were away. Isn't that funny?
Well, that story?
Yeah. And it ends with the detective saying, I expect, the evidence is somewhere right under our nose as he bit into the ham sandwich. Cool. 08700 40 50 60. The Human Zoo on Talksport, taking calls live and unscreened. And so if you come through, you can do what you want to do, as long as it's clean and lawful. That's the only kind of rule. And even that isn't set in stone. Line 5, it's your turn. Hi. Yeah, done? Yep, thank you. And to line 6. Hello, line 6, you're on the Human Zoo.
Going to stimulation. 5 seconds. Stimulation. 4 seconds. Stimulation. 3 seconds. Stimulation. 2 seconds. Stimulation. 1 second. Stimulation. I just like to say, Christo, I like you a lot. Thanks and goodbye.
Okay. That, I believe, was a little dedication to a British wrestler called Alex Shane. I happen to know that. Because of the wrestling talk on Saturday night from 8 to 10, so I know the stuff. And to line 1. Hello, line 1. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Lord Snooty.
Lord Snooty.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would like to talk to you today about cartoons.
Sure.
What is your favourite cartoon, Mr. Boyd?
What, do you mean comic cartoon? Or animated cartoon, or any cartoon?
Any cartoon, sir.
Well, I think The Simpsons takes a hell of a lot of beating, doesn't it? It's funny.
Pardon?
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I remember them well. I would just like to say as well that my friend David is here in the room.
Well, thank you for furnishing us
David?
with that, yes.
It's David. Hello. Recent intelligence has just told me. Have you noticed any strange behaviour in Ash lately?
Yes, obviously.
Well, I have just found out that Ash may be a Roswell alien come to turn you into a mint toffee with a red and green wrapper.
Yeah, perfectly plausible.
It's all out. The plot's out.
And there was a cartoon called The Numbskulls that I remember that probably goes back further than you can remember, Ash.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. What, in the Beano?
No, it was in the Beezer, I think, or the
Beezer.
Topper, the bigger one.
And there was Core.
The broadsheet comic.
Really?
Yeah.
A broadsheet.
The Numbskulls, all they were was this person's head was divided into different departments, and so you'd have a person who was the brain, and a person who was working the mouth, and a person who was the ear.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very funny, but it was just kind of, well, it made you think, that was all, you know.
I like the Bash Street Kids.
Bash Street Kids.
Beano, they were...
Desperate Dan.
Well, that was...
Wasn't funny, but...
See, you got your Beano readers and you got your Dandy readers.
Oh,
and, you know, you can tell now when you meet people whether they read the Dandy or the Beano.
Yeah. And then you moved up, didn't you, to something like Hotspur or Valiant or one of the...
Oh, Looking.
Or Jackie.
Jackie, yeah.
Oh.
Most people, if they read the Dandy, then they started getting Jackie.
Yes. And stories and letters about boys and things. 08700 40 50 60. Line 2. Hi, you're on the Human Zoo.
Back now to the constitutional crisis. The Queen processes to Downing Street today to punch John Major back in the face. Huge crowds are gathering there already. Our reporter down among it all, Jonathan Sears.
Thank you very much. It really is a magnificent potato over day here today. This, of course, the route that Princess Anne will be taking. She is the Queen's second. The Queen herself will be going down the Mall through Admiralty Arch, around Trafalgar Square, and then on down Whitehall itself to number 10. I've been meeting some of the people here who've been getting terribly excited over the last 24 hours.
It's nice to see the Queen bouncing back today, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
It's a good quality bounce.
Most certainly.
And do you think the Prime Minister is going to lose today?
I couldn't honestly say.
It's going to be a close one, isn't it? But is it quite right that the Queen should end up on top?
Yes, certainly.
If you were right there, able to administer on the spot justice to somebody who had punched the monarch in the face, what would you do to them if you were right there, standing next to them, bang, and so on?
Well, I would immediately smother the person, whoever it was, if anybody attempted to assault the sovereign.
If you'd been there on the day, you would have smothered the man, Major?
Yes.
Yeah. With your own clothing?
Yes.
Or anything else again? And cloth?
Yes.
Blankets?
Yes.
Even a handkerchief? And what would you have said to him as you smothered him?
I wouldn't have said anything at all.
No words, just physical action.
Physical action, that's all it's called for.
Flatten the bugger. That's right.
I think if they had a huge fight, I think probably in the royal family, I would take Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought Andrew, but I think Charles has got a few moves.
I think he could look after himself.
Yeah,
Charles.
he's got a few moves.
I think he's probably quite cute.
He's probably studied kung fu.
Yeah, and he'd fight. Can he fight?
Oh yeah.
I think the Duke of Edinburgh would hang in there.
In fact, you know, do you remember that program Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Prince Charles is a bit like the guy in
David
Kung Fu.
Carradine.
Yeah, he could like walk around with a flute. And
They've got a lot in common, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had big ears, that David Carradine.
Yeah. I never noticed that. Edward would be the first to go down.
Yes. The Queen Mother could beat him up.
Yes.
Yes, no problem.
But I reckon they're all pretty good. I reckon they could all look after themselves. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be over in 3 minutes. You have to come back after the commercial break, and there'd still be people standing in the room.
And Philip would be quite vicious.
Well, he dominated with his personality, but obviously, you know, time has taken its toll. It's like the Lee Dixon syndrome, really.
He's still got a good headbutt on him.
Yeah, it depends on how long it lasts with the Duke of Edinburgh. But Andrew would definitely be the last one standing, I think.
Right, yes.
But as you say, Charles can look after himself.
Willie's coming along.
Well, and yeah, Willie's a big lad, isn't he? And he's quick and he's fast.
He's a Villa fan.
Villa fan. And then, of course, everyone's forgotten Princess Han.
Princess Anne?
Princess Anne.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She's fit.
She
Strong,
is.
determined.
Doesn't she smoke?
Good jaw.
She's quite, you know, rugged. It's quite rugged.
It'd be a tag thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, man.
It'd be a tag thing, I think.
Fergie. She'd really dig her nails in, man.
She wouldn't fight. She wouldn't bother.
No, but... No.
She'd sit on the couch eating marshmallows and waving placards.
Trying to ignore it.
She'd wave placards.
Yeah.
Charles, 316.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The corgis would be all running around biting at people.
It'd be mayhem. And the guy and you know, the aides, they wouldn't know what to do.
No.
They didn't know how to deal with it. I wonder if it happened.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, in your mind. 08700 40 50 60.
Hello, Mr. Gianluca Vialli, Walford Football Club.
Hello, Gianluca.
Yeah, I would
How's it going?
I'm okay. I'd like to make an inquiry about your player Ash.
Yeah?
Yeah, for £6 million, that is what we agreed?
15.
15? You
15.
But he's 30. He's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
got another good 3 or 4 seasons in me.
Yeah.
3, but for 6, oh, I cannot believe it. You've let me down. I'm going to have to buy
Right.
James Whale now.
10 million.
Yes.
12.
10. What about 10?
This is how they barter, you know.
Yeah.
They do. I've been in the room with a manager trying to buy a player, and it goes like this, like buying a Capri.
What do you mean? This is what it is.
Well, I know this is real, but, you know, I'm just saying.
So 10 million.
Yes.
And I get $1 million signing on fee. And I want 40 grand a week. And that's cheap.
I'll tell you a good dodge that footballers have.
Yeah.
They negotiate a wage, and then they say, that's after tax.
Yes.
So they say, I want 30 grand
Yeah.
a week after tax.
In Italy, it's always done after tax.
Is it really?
Mm.
Yes, and finally, I'd like to say that we would give you free CDs of Elton John's album, Ash, if you join us.
What, on top of the £1 million signing on fee?
On top of that, yes.
I can't believe it.
We will see you next week at training. Goodbye.
I'm training.
08700 40 50 60.
I don't do training because I'm on knees.
No.
Wrap them in cotton wool.
Just turn up on the Saturday, mate.
You just turn up, mate.
Turn up on the Saturday.
Yes.
08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport, taking calls live, unscreened, and at random. You can email us if you like. It's Tommy Boyd here. Ash is also here. He's back. Praise be. And that email address is, well, you go to the website, which is talksport.net, and you click on the button that says email the show.
Nissan Tino 1.8 SE.
33% interested?
Available with air conditioning and electric sunroof.
65% interested?
With the best-in-class NCAP safety rating.
76% interested?
For only £13,600 with finance at 0% interest.
100% interested? Then call 08457 669966 to find out more about the Nissan Tino.
Written quotations available on request from Nissan Finance GB Limited. Finance subject to status, availability and 50% deposit. Offers end 30th of June 2001.
Are you the owner or director of a business? Are you in a commercial dispute with an individual or supplier? Maybe your dispute is with another company, a bank, or other professional organization. Well, if your dispute is worth £20,000 or more, and you think you're in the right, but are worried about the cost of legal action, then don't be. Speak to IIB Law now on 0870 444 2288. For one fixed low-cost fee, our specialist advisors will review your case and assess if it's likely to succeed. What's more, if we take on your case and don't win, you don't pay any lawyer's fees. We've helped businesses successfully resolve disputes quickly and effectively. So if you have a commercial dispute in excess of £20,000, call IIB Law now on 0870 444 2288. That's 0870 444-2288. Lines open 24 hours. Calls may be recorded. Insurance may be required.
On 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Talksport. Tommy Boy, Human Zoo.
What if the world is just a big disappointment?
Ask not what your radio station can do for you. Ask what you can do for your radio station.
08700 40 50 60. The Human Zoo says, good evening to line 4. Who's this?
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Am I on?
You're on, mate.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh my God. Oh yeah, play with my balls. Play with my balls. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, just roll them around. It was so good.
Donald Duck. That's pretty edgy, yeah. It's obviously a secret tank. I have no idea what's going on here. And, thank you very much, Jason.
Yeah. Some Donald Duck playing snooker.
Absolutely, yes. Or possibly not. Line 5, good evening. You're live on the Human Zoo. Who's this?
Yes. Hello?
No, I'm patient. It's not a panic. This is Ash and me making these noises, not the caller. Can you do that one? Yeah. Nice. Hey, whoa. Hey, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, same on both cheeks. Same note.
Mm. What about finger bibbling? Can you do this one? Hang on. You flaccid lips.
Yeah. And treat.
No, I'm not as good as you.
No.
That one. We are observing your... Yeah, the guy who's on line 5, he's there, because you can hear us coming back 7 seconds later.
Yeah.
Speak! Have a conversation with us, shall we? Hang on. Hello, good evening, how are you? Woo! Very glad to hear it. Hello, good evening, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. No, I don't know. I'm bored with that now. Yeah. Bored. Line 6, you're on the Human Zoo. Hi.
I like Jaffa cakes. They are nice.
Yeah, and also there are chocolate digestives.
I like.
We have to mention the other.
Oh, I see. All the other candidates. Garibaldi.
Garibaldi.
Custard cream.
Nice biscuits.
Rich tea.
Custard. Have you said custard creams?
I have.
Oh no, we have to mention them all again.
Yeah.
Twice.
Oh. And all the other candidates.
Crunchy, munchy, yummy, jammy dodgers.
Yeah. You forget. Do you remember peanut brittle?
No.
No?
Peanut brittle. What is that?
Well, it's a biscuit, and it tastes of peanut. I think it's made with peanut butter, but it's also got a few little, about 4 peanuts embedded in it. That's quite nice. Sweet, they're rather...
Can you get them still?
No. Nothing stays the same.
Blackpool's legendary Greyhound Stadium has been ploughed into the dirt. It's going to take ages to get your price like it would. You'd have 50p on the 4 dog. 20 minutes later, you'd find out what you were getting for it. You're going to get with dogs, I went a couple of times, but I can never get to grips with it. But if it's like raining, you should pick trap 1. And if it's not raining and dry, pick track 6 audio.
Right, just in case people don't realise, that was a conversation we had earlier. So obviously a lot of people have now got these little pieces of computer software which enable them to do all sorts of editing and treating voices. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
which is great. I think that's
it's
great.
some sort of digital.
A delay thing and an alien.
Feedback.
The guy who does Darth Vader does. I think it's got one of those. I think it's called Sound Blaster. Line 2. Hi. Hello. Hello.
Is this program pre-recorded?
Yes.
Because you had somebody on before that said they had nothing to say, and I've got nothing to say. But I defend the right to say that.
I disagree entirely with what you're saying, but I would defend unto the death your right to say it.
I've just said that.
I know.
Oh, it's pre-recorded, this program.
Well, yeah, we just told you that.
I'm at home in bed watching Alistair Gowan.
Got better things to do.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to be out on a Saturday night, would you?
Saturday to Sunday.
It's pre-recorded.
Oh, well, it's pre-recorded.
Keep up.
We did this a couple of weeks ago, Saturday a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
We just come in, like Kenny Everett, lay down a few voices, and they play it for a fortnight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's the future of radio, automation.
And then schmucks like me ring up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
We might keep this on the tape, actually.
Yeah, might play it again in a couple of weeks. No one will know.
Right.
Not even you.
This is good fun, this. Yeah.
There are worse ways of spending some time.
Well, no, I spent last evening with Ash's cousin watching the European Song Contest.
Yeah.
The whole night.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that sad?
What, with my cousin?
With your cousin?
Depends on how you...
With Eric. You remember Eric?
Oh, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, man.
With your Eric.
Eric, yeah, my uncle. Well, a cousin, actually, yeah, he's a cousin.
Your second cousin, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Depends on how you view it, you see. If you view it with irony...
I'm having a conversation here.
Not quite.
Oh, sorry. Not quite.
But nearly.
Yeah, I've just defended my right. That's all I wanted to do. And,
well, you've done that.
And thank you very much.
That's all any time.
Say hello to Eric.
I will do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say call again, but you don't have to, because we'll be playing this conversation out in about 2 weeks' time, yeah.
2 weeks?
About that.
How will I know?
You won't, because your attention span is only about 10 days, I can tell.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye, fellas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yep.
Now. Yeah, I've got a cousin Eric, actually.
Yeah.
Liverpool Scouts, Eric.
Yeah.
Headmaster. Headmaster of a school.
See?
Yeah. You'd get on with him, actually.
I probably would, wouldn't I? Yeah.
You would, actually.
Yeah.
You would.
I'm sure. Can we have him in?
Yeah, sure. If he's in Liverpool, if he wants to come down and...
yeah, just talk about things like you do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting guy, actually.
I hate interviewing
You
people.
just come on and chat, you know.
That's all you want.
That old time. Originally from Birmingham. Great chap.
Yeah. Salt of the earth, some headmasters. 08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. You can email us by going to the website. Please do, talksport.net. Click on the button that says email the show. Let's go in a second to line 2.
Hello. Justin Toper's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Toper, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Toper's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
I've just been looking at the motorbike ads in Exchange and Mart. Heartbreaking stuff. This one here, BSA, same owner for 40 years, reluctant sale, I'll bet it is. Look at this photo, Triumph Trident 750. Pregnancy forces sale, all-wheel swap for estate car. Gotta feel sorry for him. And you're screwing them down on the price, of course. Exchange and Mart's bike section every week. However hard it is to sell your bike, it'll still be easy.
Talksport is bigger than ever, and that's official. The latest industry listening figures prove the UK's best sports radio station is bigger, better, and more popular than ever.
Hours up 27.9%. Reach up 4%. Market share up by a third. Talksport has added almost 250,000 listeners in a year.
The UK's best sports radio station. Talksport.
Attention, Talksport security staff. The alarm has been activated in the celebrity toilet.
Holly boys.
Yeah. Well, so?
Well, we have to make the warning.
Only in 20 minutes. Line 2, thank you for your patience. You're still on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Okay, this has never been done before. This is a bit of observational braille humour. Okay. Have you ever noticed how the word large, if you add an extra dot, can turn into £75? Trust me, Tommy, there's going to be loads of blind people all over the country just absolutely wetting themselves now. It's a classic. It also works if you're eating a cookie and a crumb lands on the word large as well. That can also turn into £75.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
I didn't think you were that.
No.
All right.
I knew that, yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's very good.
Thank you. 08700 40 50 60.
This is good coffee, man.
It's good coffee I've made.
This is that gourmet.
I've made some decent coffee for Ash. And you
is it Arabica?
It's Italian dark roast. You know,
nice stuff.
It's all right, isn't it? We've got a lovely little Lebanese 24-hour around the corner from here, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They sell some fantastic pasta and some brilliant stuff, sauces and that, and I was in there, just trying to get some sparky water, actually, and I saw the coffee and I thought, well, why not? Do it properly.
It's good stuff.
It's all right, cheers. I look after Ash. You have to.
What about one of those, you know, toast?
A toast.
Toast.
Let's toast a woman, shall we?
A woman, right. You'll have to think of it. You're good at that.
That won't be difficult. That won't be difficult. You'll be a bit surprised.
All right. Okay. I like the surprise.
Do you? Well, you may not go along with it, but I'd like to, gentlemen, charge your glasses, please.
Yeah.
I give you Valerie Singleton.
Just Valerie Singleton, not her. Because normally you go, Valerie Singleton, oh no, he's in.
Oh! All right, then I'll give you a full toast, right? Valerie Singleton.
Yeah.
All right. The hood down on her MG, a moonlit night, on the way back from the pub to the health farm, sat on a 5-bar gate, looking down over a moonlit meadow with sheep grazing. She in a skirt. Since you pressed me.
I did not.
08700 40 50 60. To line 3. Good evening, line 3. You're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hi.
Steve Hurt is listening to this bloody radio station, and he has got a face like a pig.
That's what we want.
Yep, more of that. Line 4. You're live.
Face ratio was down a bit.
Yes, it was. They picked up on that in the focus group. Yeah, they picked up on that. You see, you can never rest.
Pig face demographic.
You've got to be careful. You've got to keep so many balls in the air at once, haven't you, in radio? You really have.
Balancing it.
Oh, God. Line 4, you're live. Hello. Come on, line 4. I'm going to start getting Bolshevik about this.
From the word Bolshevik.
Yes, it is. I always thought that's a bit unfair on them, really, because the Bolsheviks weren't that Bolshevik.
Well, they were.
The Tsars were
push you a bit and go, oi.
The Mensheviks.
Yeah. Well, they were Mensch-like.
They were bolshier than the Bolsheviks, the Mensheviks.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into 1917 all over again?
Yeah. It was all made up. That never happened.
Quite plausibly. Quite plausibly. But you still had to study it for A-level.
Yeah.
Let's go to line 5. Hi, line 5. You're on the Human Zoo.
He'd been standing there for a good 10 minutes, just staring straight ahead of him. And suddenly swung his leg over the path, dropped off. He hit the ground very hard, lay there stunned for a second, dragged himself to his feet.
No idea.
Strange.
After 30 seconds, he reappeared again. Held himself up head first. Landed on his chin.
Right, well, thank you for that, line 5. And to line 6. Hi, line 6, you're on.
Yeah, well, what you do is you find your favourite record, you put it on, find out what the chords are, You move it up 2 keys, switch all the chords around, nick somebody else's words, you're preferably dead who can't sue you. Throw a few of your own in, put written by Noel Gallagher and just sit back and nobody sues you.
No.
Let me tell you what it says here. It says here now. Yes. Oasis Morning Glory. Squat. Right, now that's the name of the record. That doesn't mean that's something you have to do when you listen to the record. Why? It says Ferrucci's Chevalier Defendant Le Heritage of the Beatles. That means we're extremely good, far better than the Beatles ever were. Go buy the record or die.
There's meant to be a plant in it, Morning Glory. Or it's meant to be like when you wake up like with a rather like a large one on in the morning, you know what I mean? Well, that's it, that's where he got it from apparently. Well, it is a plant,
It's a genuine pop interview.
Sounds it.
Pop interviews. Because the thing is, you know, pop stars, they can sing a bit and they can play music a bit, and so let them do that, but don't interview them.
Yeah.
They can't give interviews. They always think they've got to be vaguely funny.
Yeah, since the Beatles.
And then, so the interviewer asks them a question, and they answer something sort of crass and what's supposed to be funny, and then they, when they realise it's not funny, they go, no, seriously, Jamie, you know.
They get a bit arrogant, don't they?
Tedious. So line one, good evening, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo.
Good evening, Tommy. It's the themester.
Ah.
I have a theme to the tune of Beatles About.
Okay, excellent.
Watch out, now it's about. Watch out, now it's about. You'd better watch out, 'cause now it's about. Big shout out to Emma Bassett. She knows who she is.
I've never met a girl called Emma who was anything other than beautiful, have you? It's one of those names. All Emmas are just...
Actually, I was going to... You know, like, when I said I was going to be Rebecca, I found out I was actually going to be Emma.
Eh?
I was going to be... If I was a girl, I was going to...
Oh!
We were talking a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was Rebecca, but it was Emma. Emma. I'm quite a beautiful woman, aren't I?
Yes, you are. You would be a beautiful woman. You would be a very beautiful woman. I would definitely flirt with you.
Steady on.
No, I'd only flirt with you. I wouldn't take it any further because I'm happily married.
Yeah.
But Emma's, Alison's, Jane's, they're all beautiful.
Yeah.
I said Jane because I'm married to a Jane, but they are all beautiful.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, Jane Seymour, Mansfield, you know.
Asher. Jane Asher.
Jane Asher, lovely. She is a lovely woman. She is a lovely woman.
Jane Tarzan. Plain Jane Superbrain from Neighbours.
How many famous Janes? I'll tell you what, you've got 2 minutes, right, to write down.
Jane Mansfield.
As many famous Janes as you can think of. Ready, go.
He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me, and as I've just found out, the girl from accounts, the barmaid from the Rose and Crown, and my big sister, Anushka.
The Singles Connection is the easiest way for Talksport singles to find their perfect partner. It's as simple as calling 0870 243 6907 and leaving a few details about yourself and the kind of person you'd most like to meet. Within 48 hours, you'll get a text message on your mobile phone with a list of people in your area who like the same kind of things that you like. The Talksport Singles Connection. 0870 243 6907. It works for blokes too. Calls charged at national rates.
You look fantastic.
Thanks. We just got back from holiday.
How do you guys do it? I'm constantly paying off debts that never seem to get any smaller.
We were the same until we discovered Dial for a Loan. We paid off all our outstanding credit cards and other debts with one low-cost loan. Not only that, we were able to borrow enough extra money to go on holiday.
That sounds great. Well, perhaps I should give Dial for a Loan a call.
You should. Just call 0800 915 0011 and speak to Dial for a Loan. They could lend you up to 125% of the value of your house. And quickly, too.
You think I could borrow the money for a car, even though I'm self-employed?
Of course. Dial for a Loan could lend you money for almost any purpose. You just need to be a homeowner.
Great. I'll call them today. What was the number again?
0800 915 0011. Why not call them now? Dial for a Loan are licensed credit brokers. Loan secured on property and subject to status. Your home is at risk if you do not keep up the repayments on a mortgage or other loans secured on it. Written quotations available on request.
Tomorrow night on the James Whale Show. Don't miss a fascinating investigation into life after death. Meet the man who believes that not only can we contact the afterlife, but that we're on the verge of being able to bring the dead back to life. James Whale on Back from the Dead. Tomorrow night from 10. Only on Talksport. Don't miss it.
Tommy, you
Gordon Boyce has emailed from Paisley. It says, Tommy, you really love yourself, don't you, you wee smug man? still, it's a good show. Thank you for that. 08700 40 50 60 or email talksport.net. Click on the button that says email the show. Line 4, you're live. Hello.
Very possible. Very possible. Brand new. Nothing like a good glass of Chateau raisins. Hey, right there, Obadiah. Who'd have thought 30 years ago we'd all be sitting here drinking Chateau this, Chateau that? Aye. In them days we were glad to have the price of a cup of tea. A cup of cold tea. Aye. Without milk or sugar. Or tea. Aye. In a cracked cup and all. Oh, we never had a cup. We used to have to drink out of a roll of newspaper. The best we could manage was to suck on a piece of damp cloth. We know we were happy in those days, though we were poor. Because we were poor. My old dad used to say to me, money doesn't buy happiness. I was right. I was happier then and I had nothing. We used to live in this tiny old house with great big holes in the roof. House? You're looking to live in a house. We used to live in one room, all 26 of us. No furniture, half the floor was missing, and we were all huddled together in one corner for fear of falling. You were lucky to have a room. We used to have to live in corridors. Oh, we used to dream of living in a corridor. Would have been a palace to us. We used to live in an old water tank and a rubbish tip. We got woke up every morning by having a load of rotting fish dumped all over us. House. Well, when I say house, it was only a hole in the ground covered by a sheet of tarpaulin. There was a house to us. We were evicted from our hole in the ground. We had to go and live in a lake. You were lucky to have a lake. There were 150 of us living in shoebox in middle of the road. Cardboard box? No, you were lucky. We lived for 3 months in a paper bag in a septic tank. You have a girl for 6 in the morning.
John Cleese comes in a minute and he trounces a lot. Do you know the sketch?
Yeah. 14 hours a day, week in, week out, for 6 months a week. And when we got home, our dad would thrash us to sleep.
We're coming, Barney. Is it Barney? No.
No.
We're coming. Give us 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're coming,
man. Get out of the lake at 6 o'clock in the morning, clean the lake, his hands full of hot gravel, work 20 hours a day at mill for 2 months a month, come home and Dad would thrash us to sleep with a broken bottle if we were lucky. Well, of course, we had it tough. We used to have to get about a shoebox at 12 o'clock at night and lick roads clean with tongue. We had 2 bits of cold gravel, 24 hours a day, for 6 and 34 years, and when we got home, old Dad was sliced in two with bread knife. Right. I had to get up in the morning at 10 o'clock at night, half an hour before I went to bed. Drink a cup of sulfuric.
Oh, we better crack on. We'll leave it there. I think that's a good enough line to go to nocturnal broadcasters. Used to get up at 10:30, 20 minutes before I went to bed. 08700 40 50 60. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. News and sport is next.
10:89 and 10:53 a.m. Talk Sport. On the hour, sports updates and headline news from the Tommy Boys on Talk Sport. He's planted rice in the paddy fields of Thailand. He's seen the sunrise from the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. He's meditated within the ancient walls of Machu Picchu. He's got a Renault Turbo Sport and a TVR. He's got a huge bank balance. He could go out with any woman in the country. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a close personal friend of his family. He's been invited to the Prime Minister's house for drinks. He's the closest thing on earth to the angel Gabriel.
He is the light.
Hosanna.
He's Tommy Boyd.
Tommy Boyd.
No more dirt in the theatre. Attention, Talksport security staff. The alarm has been activated in the celebrity toilet.
Tommy Boyd.
Wasn't me. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport on a Sunday evening because we all feel a bit Sunday evening-ish on a Sunday evening. We haven't put together a show. People who call the show have put together a show, which just reflects the way people feel on a Sunday evening. You know, why fight it? We all feel the same on a Sunday evening because it's Monday in the morning.
Yeah, man.
You know, whether you've got school or work or you haven't, you know, we all just go, when the weekend ends.
Doesn't matter what it is.
No, it doesn't matter. You might have tomorrow off, but you still feel, God, it's Sunday evening. So we open the phone. Hey?
Let's reflect on that.
Yeah, let's reflect on that. And you feel a bit like that, and you also feel a bit angsty. A little bit like going, oh, here we go again, you know. So we just open the phone lines and we take calls unscreened and at random, and we don't mind what people do as long as it's reasonably clean and lawful. You know, they can perform what they want to perform, and we'll just get it off their chest, really. Let's run down the switchboard again. Line 1, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hi.
Tommy Boyd and his search for Chinese food. Outside a takeaway, Saturday night, a bored adolescent asked me out for a fight. He was no bigger than a 2-bob fart. He was a deft exponent of the martial arts. He gave me 3 warnings, trod on my toes, stuck his fingers in my eye and kicked me in the nose. A rabbit punch made my head explode. I pleaded for mercy. I wriggled on the ground. He kicked me in the balls and said something profound. Gave my face to millimeter tread, stole my chop suey and left me for dead. 3 rivers of blood on fractured bones. I crawled half a mile to the public telephone. I pulled the corpse out the call box, held back the bile. Broken index finger I proceeded to dial. I couldn't get an ambulance, the phone was screwed. The receiver fell in half, it had been kung fu'd. Chinese karate cop opened up the door, demanding information about the stiff on the floor. He looked like an extra from Yang Shang Po. He said, what's all this then? So. He wore a bamboo mask, Jendon Zenny. He finished his devotion, then he beat me up again. Thanks for the embryonic Bruce Lee. I'm a shadow of the person that I used to be. I can't go back to Talksport. My head is in a void. Enter the dragon. Exit Tommy Boyd.
Little snapshot of urban evening life there, I think.
Yeah. Suburbia.
Life
in suburbia.
Oof. To line 2. Hi, line 2, you're on. Ooh.
Too loud, you see. Not very pleasant.
The closest I've ever come to a rave was I was working one night, I was DJing in the Art College basement in Brighton, and one of the turntables went down. And I had the Fatback Band and a tune called Bus Stop. You won't remember that.
Yeah, Burst Up.
That's the one.
Burst Up.
On the on the one working turntable.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody liked that, so I played it. And then the other turntable went down on me, so I said, well, look, the other table, I'll play Fatback Band again. So I played the Fatback Band again.
Rewind.
And they went great, crazy, you know. They loved it. So back-to-back Fatback Band. So I thought, all right, so if they like this song, I'll play it again.
Yeah.
So it came to an end, and I just whipped the needle out at the end, put it back in the beginning, and played it again. 45 minutes. And the more I played it, the more people enjoyed it, and the more, and that's like a rave, isn't it? Because it's the same sort of music over and over.
No, I'm not. No, I mean, you know, it's not really like that.
I've got to get to a rave.
Yeah, I mean, there's different levels. You see, you know, the DJ might, you know, start off slow, you know, just gathering and everyone, you know, looking at each other. Is it going to be good? You know, building it up, you know, then gets to 11, 12, you know, building up more and more to a frenzy.
Yeah.
You know, then loads of getting madder and madder, and then maybe a shift in beats or something, you know, to change the flavour, and then, you know, maybe chill out tunes, bring it down again, and then a big bang at the end again.
See, that's the difference between what people of my generation used to enjoy, because there always used to be every 45 minutes a slow dancing section where you could go across to the person that you've been eyeballing for about 20 minutes and say, come on, dance.
Where's a chill out room?
Is there?
Yeah, so if you got, you know...
slow dancing?
Well, no, you'd go to the chill out, or go and sit outside and just relax, make smoke, you know, or come in, or, you know, or...
But the purpose of going to a rave is slightly different to the purpose of going to a disco or a nightclub. It used to be anyway, because you go there in order to meet some pull.
It's not about pulling.
No,
raves.
no, that's the thing you say. No. Yeah. So you'd go and you'd stand there and you'd just eyeball everybody and look at all the people who are in there and see who you like the look of.
Yeah.
And then you'd wait, and then the DJ would play something, you know, suddenly it would change. There'd be a pause, they'd be playing something that you'd fast dance to, and then there'd be a pause and you'd suddenly get killing me softly with your
Oh, yeah.
and you just, you'd like to dance, and, you know, you then be intimate with somebody.
I mean, yeah, that's...
And call a taxi.
Well, that's what clubs are like now, you know,
Yeah.
these, clubs, you know, normal clubs, you know, they'll stick Careless Whisper on at the end.
Yeah. So a rave then is really a damn good workout to music and it lasts hours and you lose 7 pound in body weight and stuff. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fantastic.
But there's many different forms, you know, you go to some raves and they'll have 7, 8 different tents.
Yeah.
All with different species of dance music.
Fantastic.
You know?
So you can just choose your own evening.
Yeah, they call it like tribal gathering or whatever, and you know, all different, you know.
I'm all for it. 08700 40 50 60 to line 3. Hi, line 3, you're on the Human Zoo.
I want to hang myself on New Year's Day.
Apparently a lot of people do, which is terrible. Hard time for a lot of people that period. That was line 4, who never made it, jumped ship. Who was that, Ash?
It's possibly a government source.
And to line 5. Hi, line 5, you're on. Sluggish. No, just going to sit there and listen. That's cool. No, that's what they want to do. I don't mind. To line 6. Hey, line 6. Oh.
Hi, my name's Pinocchio, dancing by my string. Christmas time is finally here, and that is why I sing. This is such a special time, filled with lots of cheer. It's no lie, 'cause Christmas is my favorite time of year. My only Christmas wish this year is not for special toys. I'd much rather have no strings and be a real boy. Merry Christmas.
Now,
Merry Christmas, Tommy.
Hey, thank you, fella.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas already, can you?
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. No, I do
cake
like
things and giblets.
Children's excitement, sprouts. But we've got a nice summer ahead of us, I reckon.
Yeah, so do I. I thought that because we haven't had one for ages, and it's hot.
No, we're going to have a really hot. I hope we're going to have a really stinking, scorching, drought-ridden.
Yeah, drought. What a drought.
Weather forecasters being the top story instead of the last story, you know.
Yeah, hose pipe bands.
And weather forecasting women in hot pants.
I love hose pipe bands because, like, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you going to see someone with a hose pipe?
Yeah,
important. You know,
washing their car.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's like warfare.
And the thing about women weather forecasters is, once you've seen the map, you know what the weather forecast is. So you don't actually bother with the weather forecast any longer. And you probably know what the weather's going to be anyway.
Everyone knows.
But I just get mesmerised by their left hand.
It's the choreography, isn't it?
They use their left hand in such an artistic way that it's very distracting for a normal male. You see them doing that with their hand, and they you know,
Sean Lloyd.
Oh, baby.
The long nails.
Yo! That is our left hand.
She strokes the screen.
The clouds in from the east.
Cups them.
And brings the weather fronts across
Gathers
and up. And, that is
she's Mother Nature with a very feminine sort of...
Yeah. Now I've fallen in love with the left hand of all our women weather forecasters. Line 1, you're live on Talksport Human Zoo. Hello. I thought it was going to be the 1812 Overture.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Did you? No?
No, I thought it was going to be that other one that goes...
That's a great bit of music, that, isn't it? Oh. Fantastic music.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I heard he was black, Beethoven.
Yeah, he was.
Rumour that Beethoven was a black man.
He was, man.
Yes. Son of a slave, brought to Germany, and, You know, you don't know. Line 2, you're live on Talksport Human Zoo. Who's this? I don't know.
We hear the strings in the background go. Du, 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 du. The strings there are Morse code for Morse.
It's very pretty.
Clever how he worked it in the music.
Yeah. I wonder why somebody's playing this.
Maybe they're remorseless.
Hello, Amy Kiln.
Okay, thank you for that. Interesting. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. You know, like some TV themes and some movie themes really stick in your mind, and you don't know why.
I mean, the one thing I'd say is some sport shows pick some very good theme music.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know why, who picks the music for, like, some BBC sports shows.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only good bit about it, is the theme tunes.
Yeah, what came first? Because who was the band who had a hit with Airport? Do you remember that? That goes back now to when... Airport. Da, 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 da. I bought the album, and there was a song on that, which was, I thought it was the Grandstand theme. Da, 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 da. It was track 3 on this album, and I thought, well, now who's ripped who off?
Really?
And, yeah. Who were they?
I think I know that. I remember the guy who wrote Grandstand, but I can't remember his name.
You take my love away. Anyway. And Zorro. Did you ever watch the Zorro?
Yes,
the black and white.
The black and white one. Galloping around.
I don't know why I remember it, but you know, you do.
Yes, and Animal Magic.
Go on. How does that go?
Is that
Animal Magic? Is it?
Yeah. Well, there was also the new Animal Magic, which had like a wah-wah guitar.
Ah, yeah. They jazz them up, don't they? But it's not the same.
Well, Animal Magic was one of the few shows where they did make another good theme tune.
Go on.
Well, I can't. The one with the wah-wah guitar.
Because Animal Magic started off with that jaunty little melody that you've just done, and then it went into a massive strings bit, didn't it? Great show.
Yeah.
It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. Let's go to line 3. Hi, line 3. It's your turn.
Hi there. This is $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Okay.
I'm just ringing to say how boring life in the B-list celebrities mansion is. It's so boring here. I mean, we've got Bill Beaumont playing Kaplunk with the guy who used to do Abracadabra. And it's just turning us insane. We're going out drinking cider behind Safeways. It'll actually be de la Zouche. And I've actually just put a brick through Zoe Ball's window in jealous rage. And I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I need to get back on the telly.
Yes, you do.
You know who this is?
Who?
This is actually Christopher Lillicrap.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you Christopher Lillicrap?
No, I am really Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man. Who is Christopher Lillicrap?
Yeah, who is Christopher Lillicrap?
Do you not know who Christopher Lillicrap?
I know who Christopher Lillicrap is. Do you know who Christopher Lillicrap is?
Yeah, of course I do.
What do you mean, of course you do? How do you know who Christopher Lillicrap is?
Well, he used to do that show on a Sunday morning.
Oh, that show?
Do you remember? And at the beginning it had this sort of mole puppet and this other puppet, and it was based in a sort of circus, and then he'd sing on the guitar. It was brilliant. Oh, what happened to him then?
Well, he's not moved into our mansion, so...
He's too big to hang around with you sorts.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've got a folk here.
He's hanging around with, like, Madonna and, Dickie Davis.
08700 40 50 60. We do talk wrestling from 8 until 10-ish on a Saturday evening on Talksport. It's the Human Zoo right now. We take calls live unscreened and completely at random. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash, praise be, is back. You can email the show. Do this. Go to talksport.net, fire up the computer, and there's a button there that says email the show. It brings up a little email form, and if you type out your message, real name preferably, and where you're emailing from, keep it down to a paragraph or two, and we'll do our best to read it out. It comes through on a printer, which is not actually in the sort of off-air studio gallery area, which is Ash's domain. He has to go out into the newsroom area where Zach is actually eating again.
I use it as a sort of meditative process.
Yes. You do?
It's a, what's that word called? It's a,
It takes you out of yourself.
no, it's a,
An excursion.
no, it's a funny
Trip.
word. A funny
A
word.
hallucinogenic.
No,
A,
I don't know, man.
well, it's one of those,
It's
anyway.
one of those ones.
Are you the owner or director of a business? Are you in a commercial dispute with an individual or supplier? Maybe your dispute is with another company, a bank, or other professional organization. Well, if your dispute is worth £20,000 or more, and you think you're in the right, but are worried about the cost of legal action, then don't be. Speak to IIB Law now on 0870 444 2288. For one fixed low-cost fee, our specialist advisors will review your case and assess if it's likely to succeed. What's more, if we take on your case and don't win, you don't pay any lawyer's fees. We've helped businesses successfully resolve disputes quickly and effectively. So if you have a commercial dispute in excess of £20,000, call IIB Law now on 0870 444 2288. That's 0870 444 2288. Lines open 24 hours. Calls may be recorded. Insurance may be required.
All right, son. We know you've done it. Lime scale, grease, grime and stains. The problem with your type is you're scum. Soap scum. Well, you're nicked. Shock, Bath Power and Kitchen Power, the amazing cleaners with no bleach, no chlorine and no ammonia, made from natural plant extracts, are taking the nation by storm.
I like it. It not only looks clean, but it feels clean. It's a fantastic stuff.
Bath Power and Kitchen Power remove lime scale, grime, grease, stains and soap scum with no hard work or your money back. Shock, Bath Power and Kitchen Power actually work. Available in leading supermarkets everywhere.
Hawksby and Jacob on Talksport. Frank Skinner and David Baddiel with us. What's happened?
I don't know where Frank is.
I don't know where he is. Car in traffic.
All men who are not disabled believe that fundamentally they could have been a professional footballer in their heart of hearts. Frank Skinner's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry about that. I did a bit of a Fabian defratus on you.
Frank crossed the ball from the rose bush, and I knocked it past Gordon. I've beaten Gordon back. So admittedly, it was on his blind side.
Hawksby and Jacob, Monday to Thursday afternoons from 4 on 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Talk Sport. Please keep listening. Tommy's just bought a set of matching micro scooters for the new Seekers, and he needs the money. Desperately, now.
When people come here and find you, you tell them Tommy Boy did it.
Still the emails come in saying that you look like David Baddiel and I look like Alex Kanchelskis.
Well, but I've actually had a makeover since my excursion to the West Country.
Yes, if I can say, you are...
I've had my hair cut, you know.
Much fresher.
Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't like to say anything because it seems gay, but you are you look fresher.
I'm fresher, man.
Yeah.
You know,
good skin.
Yeah, my skin's come up nice.
Lovely skin.
Devonshire.
Beautiful.
Countryside.
08700 40 50 60. Line 4, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hello.
Morning, Tommy. Alan
Morning.
Brazil Fan Club here.
Excellent.
I've got the non-offensive Alan Brazil story of the day, if you're interested.
Excellent.
Good. Not like last week where you cut me off because you said it was too rude.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Alan Brazil went fly fishing.
Right.
Came home with a 7-pound blue ball. That was it.
It's clean. It's not funny, but it's clean.
Oh, come on, it's all right.
It's not funny, but it's
If
clean.
I could tell you the other one off air, you would see that it wasn't actually offensive or rude.
What, the one that you couldn't tell last week?
Well, no, not the one we swear.
No, but you see, humour consists of two things. One, you think it's going to be offensive and it isn't. That's one joke.
Yeah.
Two, you think it's not going to be offensive, but it is. That's the other joke.
Well.
And your joke may not have been offensive in its punchline, but it began to be offensive in the setup.
Yeah, I suppose
You see?
so. Yeah, but you see, it sort of calms it down later on.
I know, that's
It
what I'm
makes
saying.
people
But,
laugh.
yeah, but quite possibly, however, you know.
So you're not going to let me tell you it off air?
Oh, definitely not, no.
Oh, come on.
Now, we'll start it again then, you see, and we'll cut you off again.
Okay, I'll start it again.
Yeah.
Alan Brazil was up at court. He was charged with raping a cat.
See, that's it. It ends there. But thank you very much indeed for starting the joke again. At line 5, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Good evening. So a bit low level. Low level problem. Thanks for your call. To line 6. Hi, line 6. Okay.
dolphins. So nothing will keep us together. We can be friends forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes.
One of the defining things about men, all men, and this doesn't apply to women, is that a large part of them does want to be a hero. That's why, I mean, at Waterloo, when tens of thousands of British blokes were going off to their death against Napoleon, they didn't care. It wasn't important to them that we defeated Napoleon. What was important to them was that they came back as heroes. That was what it was. All those poor sods who signed up to fight in 1914, you know, they really believed that, you know, the German Empire was an evil empire and that they were raping and pillaging their way through Europe and that they were going to come back to their little villages and towns and loved ones as heroes. That's a funny thing. I know the feeling myself, and all men do. All men do. So that's why men get in punch-ups. Especially if their girlfriends or wives are looking on. There's this instinct, it's an urge. If only you could, you know, cauterize it, then the world would be a more peaceful place. But perhaps it would also be a less interesting place. Perhaps there would be less justice, because there are so many ways of being heroic. You don't have to necessarily clench your fists, but it does drive men on. And I see different, and I'm not saying better or worse, but I see different drives in women. I'm sure that's seen by some people as sexist, but that's the way I see it. Thank you for that. And a little bit of Bowie, a little snatch of David Jones. Line 1, you're live on the Human Zoo on Talksport. What this is, but I see ballerinas in black and white in a large room with an old wooden floor. Hello? Hello? No, not going to get anything. Ash is at the email machine, otherwise I'd ask him what that was. He'd probably know. It's probably a famous piece of music. But it was all Greek to me. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here, although he's away at the email machine at the moment. Let's go to line 2. Hello, line 2.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you a great pretender? Do you look over your shoulder when you leave the studio on the way home? Are you worried about being followed? Are you the only person alive with imagination? I think not.
Line 3, you're live on Talksport's Human Zoo. Hi. You'd like to hope that somebody's playing this. They phone up against their acoustic guitar, but I suspect. It'd be nice to get a bit more live music on the Human Zoo. To line 4. Hi, line 4, it's you.
Good evening, Tommy. How are you?
Very well, you?
Good, I'm fine, yes. This is Paul. I've rung you in the past with anecdotes about Gaza and Cluffy over the last few weeks. I want to do a slight change of tack tonight. First, I'd like to say buongiorno principessa to my beautiful girlfriend Joanna. She's from a wonderful Italian film called Life is Beautiful. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's
I've seen both the dubbed and the subtitled version.
Oh, I couldn't watch it dubbed.
That was awful. It was awful dubbed.
I can imagine. You need the beautiful language, beautiful bouncy...
It was crass watching it dubbed. I hate dubbed movies. The subtitle was so much better.
I can imagine.
Why do they bother to dub a thing like that?
I know. It's such a beautiful, bouncy language.
What, people can't read? I know it is.
Yeah. My brother doesn't like subtitle films. If he wants to read something, he'll read a book. Is his excuse, but no, I don't go for that. Anyway, what I wanted to call you about was, on Friday night, we went to see a show on Shaolin monks. And afterwards, my girlfriend was asking me, what's the story behind the Shaolin monks? Because the actual show tells a story from the Shaolin monks, one of the stories from their past, but doesn't really tell the whole story of it. And I don't really have an amazing background on it. I thought yourself, being such a learned man, may do. So I thought I'd sort of ring you and ask if you know anything about them.
To be honest, I don't know. Ash might. Have you ever heard of the Shaolin monks, Ash?
Yeah, the Shaolin, the ones that do all that special martial art?
They do Kung Fu. They invented Kung Fu.
Yes, aren't they the guys that do all those tricks?
Yeah, well, they do. There's an exhibition sort of thing. The show that we went to, it's half sort of arts and drama and a sort of a stage show to show a story from their past of legend and stuff like that. I was just wondering if anyone knew the actual full story of it, because I know that they've got quite an interesting past. It's just that, unfortunately, I don't know the full story.
They're really hard monks, man.
Yeah. Hard monks.
Killer monks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't mess with me, I'm a monk.
Being such a learned man, Tommy, I thought I'm a bit disappointed. You've let me down a bit there, mate.
They were practicing on Brighton Beach a few months ago. Doing their tricks on the beach, man.
Yeah, they're very impressive. It was a very impressive show. I'd recommend it to anybody.
And Richard Madeley, Whiteley, the one on this morning, that's Madeley?
Madeley.
There's one who's 8 years old, or like 6, or really young one. And he patted him on the head like a little boy.
Yeah.
And that is very bad, very disrespectful to touch on the head of a monk, and he had to apologise for it.
They are awesome athletes, awesome. It's a really, really impressive show. I mean, I'm into martial arts. I do Aikido, which is a Japanese martial art. But I went to see this, for sort of I like the idea of it all, and it was very impressive. I'd recommend it to anyone. Shaolin Wheel of Life, it's called.
And what's the point of it?
The point of it is basically, I think from what I understand, which is why I was trying to get a bit more sort of background on it, from what I understand is that the Shaolin Temple is an ancient temple in China. And they started off, they invented Kung Fu because they were being invaded all the time, and because it's such a beautiful monastery, and they were trying to knock it down and beat them and all this sort of thing. So they developed this martial art to defend themselves and to defend their country. And now I don't know what the situation is with China and the Chinese government and that, but basically the Shaolin Temple is now completely sort of skint and bankrupt. So they are now taking the show on the road to go around and show their art around the world to try to raise money for their temple. So that's basically the point of it.
And what's their message? In their philosophy, or their creed, or their religion, or their...
Well, that's why I rang you, see, mate.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I've been quite cautious about all of this, but I do have reservations about the notion that martial arts and...
I know what the message of Aikido is, and I can tell you that because I practice Aikido. Aikido means the way of peace, the art of peace, and it was invented by Morihei Ueshiba.
I don't want to fall out with you, but I do have reservations.
There are no attack moves in it whatsoever.
I do have reservations about the Western perception that somehow through some form of stylized combat you can achieve some kind of spiritual advancement.
Well, I find it enjoyable. I also did Qi Kung for a while as well, which is all the breathing, like similar to Tai Chi.
Well, what did you learn? Where did you go, and what did it do for you?
I went to just a local college.
I'm worried that if you want, and I've kept my stum about it, but you've been pressing the buttons. I feel that for all too many people, this is not necessarily yourself at all, but for all too many people, really, it's just a way of saying, I'm hard, mate, dead hard.
Not me.
I've learnt one of them Chinese ones, and so also I'm quite deep. But I never hear anything deep from the exponents of most of these martial arts, and nor are they particularly hard, really. No, well, we try to, I know from our, everyone says this, our style isn't like that, but basically Aikido is most definitely not like that. There's no attack moves in it whatsoever, and anyone that's there to learn how to beat up people, leaves very quickly because that's not what it's all about. It's very
very peaceful sort of art. But the Qigong isn't actually a martial art. It's actually breathing.
What kind of spiritual lift or insight does Aikido give you?
The idea of Aikido is basically to, if someone is coming towards you,
there you go, you see.
No, but the thing is, this is the way of the world. If someone is coming to attack you, the idea is to neutralize that attack without hurting them or hurting yourself. So you basically recreate the balance of there being no negative energy.
Oh, hey, come on.
That is the idea behind it, and that's the philosophy, and that is why I chose to do that martial art.
No.
That is, you know, you can scoff, but that is the reason that I chose to do that martial art, Tommy.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think we're kidding ourselves a little bit, really. If a person seeks any kind of genuine spiritual enlightenment, then the notion of finding it out through a form of, albeit passive, stylized combat, really doesn't fool many people, and I don't think it fools the proponents of it either.
I can understand what you're saying.
Just like a good old fool around on a mat and find out if you can beat the other guy.
Yeah, no, it isn't that.
Well, it is basically that. You've talked about it. I mean, that's what it basically is. That's what all the martial arts are. I mean, I studied martial arts as well. I went straight to the top and I did Iaido.
Yeah.
Which doesn't piss about. That's about how to kill people.
Yeah.
Right. With a sword.
Yeah.
It's effectively the closest thing you can get to samurai swordsmanship.
Yeah.
And I wasn't terribly pleased or impressed with what I was learning, and it wasn't just that I read between the lines. You didn't have to read between the lines. Inherent in the notion of the martial art is the martial side of it.
Yeah.
I didn't find myself being introduced to any new way of perceiving the human experience. I didn't find myself being offered new dimensions or better perceptions about how I might be as a person.
Okay.
I found myself finding ways of getting stronger. I found myself being encouraged to learn different moves and different ways of balancing yourself, which would make you prevalent over another person.
Yeah.
And I found that contradictory with the idea of a higher spiritual existence, which seems to me to be less about combat, competitiveness, and more about integration and understanding. So I found the notion of martial art and spiritual enlightenment incompatible myself.
Okay.
Since you pushed for my views on it.
Thank you very much.
And I wasn't going to bring out, I was going to say nothing, but you did want to know. So
well, yeah, of course I want to know. You're an interesting man, Tommy. I enjoy hearing your views.
And I'm sure that what the Shaolin do is very good, but it's circus, isn't it? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that,
Exactly what it is.
Okay.
Thanks for your views.
Sayonara.
Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye. We asked.
They do some sword stuff now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss.
I know.
Not even the 8-year-old. Well, no, I might have a pop at the 8-year-old.
Run away.
That's the first rule, isn't it?
That's the first rule of that's what the Dalai Lama did.
Yeah.
I mean,
he ran away.
He ran away.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Go somewhere else where it's a bit easier,
Yeah.
08700 40 50 60 is the number. You found the word you were looking for.
Yes, it's cathartic.
Lovely word.
Yeah. It is a beautiful. That's what it is, When I do a circuit around the printer and pick up the emails and.
It's very bright out there, though, isn't it? I mean, you and I, we both like half lighting. I have the studio area where I am, which is a smallish room, clad in blue upholstered walls in order to baffle the sound. Various TV monitors, a big red digital clock, some screens with some information about the way the show is working, a few so-called faders that you slide up and down, and
QVC channel,
a few knackered chairs, and I have the lighting half.
Yeah.
And same in the room where you are, where you've got a hell of a lot more gubbins than me.
Yeah, I mean, and out there sometimes the lights are all off when I come on a Sunday. It's nice,
really?
Actually. It's quite nice.
That's right. But out there in the newsroom area where all the journos work, although it's quiet at the minute, it's lit up like a fridge.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear where you're coming from. I don't know if I like what I'm hearing.
No, well, you're hearing it.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of... just quickly, one email here. I'm flicking through them. You've brought me 100 or so.
Yeah.
From London, this email. In answer to your question, if you were a handsome gay man, would you fancy yourself? I would suggest that if you attend any gay club in the world, you will notice probably on the dance floor that the answer is yes. Well said, sir. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. This is Talksport.
Justin Tofer's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Tofer, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Tofer's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
Now, James, get this question right and it could be worth £2,000. You want to cash in an endowment issued before 1993. Which A would you associate with getting up to 35% more than the life company would give you? Is it A, AAP, B, a question so obvious that the answer is A, AAP, or C, a little mouse with clogs on? James, take your time. I'll tell you what, before you answer, here's a quick message from our sponsors AAP, where you can get up to 35% more than the life company offer when surrendering your endowment. Who wants to make more money? We all do. So to find out how you could earn up to 35% more on your endowment, call AAP now on 0845 222 1967. That's 0845 222 1967. AAP are regulated by the Personal Investment Authority.
Don't miss Talksport's fastest moving end of football season clear out sale. Weekday mornings on the Sports Breakfast. Mike Parry giving away his massive opinion for free.
Mind you, it's so what?
All this week from 6 a.m.
I'll pick a dozen.
And for an unlimited time, hear the biggest names and the latest sports stories on interest-free credit with no payments ever. The UK's fastest moving breakfast show, available free on radios all over the UK on 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Talksport. Your credence, credibility and sports knowledge in the pub are at risk if you don't keep listening to the Sports Breakfast.
Tommy.
Peanut free.
Rhubarb.
Yellow rhubarb. And purple custard.
Couple of emails, a lot of them about the tune that we sometimes play during the Human Zoo, which is Life's Gonna Suck by Dennis Leary, isn't it? The line that is hard to get is apparently Big Bird isn't funny. Big Bird from Sesame Street.
Yeah, that's what the general consensus is. Although there was another one there that says Victor isn't funny. Which apparently was some sort of thing in America.
Also, quite a few conversations going on in the email. I don't think we can plug this ourselves, but there is a site where you can go and download Life's Gonna Suck by Dennis Leary. But if you're familiar
illegal, and you mustn't do.
You mustn't do that. But if you're familiar with those sort of Napstery things and various, there's 4 or 5 sites now that do that, and the court case hasn't been determined yet. So that's entirely up to you. But remember, you mustn't record music.
And we didn't tell you to.
Yeah, it's got there. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. I've got an interesting one from America somewhere here as well that I was just reading a moment ago.
When you go, will you send back a letter from America?
What will happen to those guys? Those 2 dudes. Both of them looked a little bit like
themselves.
No, I was thinking of Buddy Holly, but but themselves, yeah.
Yeah, they did look very much alike.
I'll find it in a second. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport to line 6. Good evening, line 6.
Somebody who was in a band in Glasgow knew us through somebody else and said, "Do you know any bands that have come up and play a gig?" So they said, "Well, I know this band called Oasis." We said, "Well, you ask them when they come up." So we said, "Yeah, we'll come up." We ran a van, put loads of people in it. We charged them money for the petrol. I said, "You pay them towards the petrol, we'll get you to the gig for free. We'll have a good night." And they said, "Fine." So we got to the gig after driving all day. And the promoter said, "I've never heard of you, you're not supposed to be playing here tonight. So, we're not going to let you play." So we sort of pointed out the fact to him that he had 2 security guards on the door and there were 17 of us. So I stood there and said, so what are you going to do about that then? And he said, well, if you put it like that, I suppose I can give you sort of half an hour. So we went on, when the doors opened, it was about 7:30. Started playing, and unbeknown to us, Alan McGee had just missed his train back to London round the corner, and he had an hour to kill for the next train. And he just decided that he was going to go for a drink in the club. Walked in the doors, we were going on stage. Someone said, he said, who's this band? He said, oh, they're a bunch of guys who just threatened to smash the place up if we didn't let them play. And went, alright, there you go. I've never heard of them from Manchester, aren't they? Some Liffey Manx.
What's this? Any idea?
What a drink.
It's Noel Gallagher, isn't it?
Oh, no, I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Noel, enough, man.
No.
Enough. Stop phoning us.
Stop.
We like,
The boring stories.
He does
what
like to
happened
phone
when
in.
I was in Rotherham one night.
Yeah. He likes to phone in and
he does a bit.
Remember about things. Just keep phoning in and playing your new songs down. That's good.
Yeah, Benjamin Atoki has emailed from Thamesmead in Kent. He's aged between 31 and 35. Because we get this information from people who email. Okay, and he says this, good evening. I have my radio on listening to your show for the first time, and the callers that have come through to you so far have totally astonished me. I would like to call, but what is your show about? You see? A couple of emails from the government.
Astonished. I like that word. It's a good word.
Astonished? Next time we play a piece of music, somebody plays a piece of music and it's halfway beautiful, could you give us a beautiful?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. To line 3. Hi, line 3, you're on the Human Zoo on Talksport.
In the chambers we come, singing like soulberries. Green liquid eyeball, tell us who is master. Cup the earth in your sweat-soaked feelers. Rub England with a huge fabricated polish cloth. Buy a moth ring to keep wisdom afloat. Spill a tear in the damp closet of time. Breathe an abbasitical tomb of hello. A tree pops out of nowhere and says hello. Where is the point? Where is the point of it all? Here it is. Excuse us while we... Love is a bag of overdue laundry. Love is a smoky bar after hours. Hate is warm custard smeared across Aleister Crowley's magical eyebrows. Mystery is an unknown man's untimely riddance. Hate is a tidy excuse for ignorance. Art is you, my friend. Yes, you. The sleeping dog is levitating now onto a higher dimension. Disappears through a hole in the purple sky. Bring forth the bright soul of yesterday, man, and transport vibrations of inner peace. Lay the down on the ground. And dance like the space gypsy you are. Enter the wild woods. Heal the emotional baggage from your strong shoulders. Obliterate everything cold.
Doctor, my legs are arms. Doctor, my arms are legs.
My advice is boil an egg.
Thank you.
I thought that was all right.
Yeah, that was good, man.
The stuff in the background helped.
Yeah.
It was good performance, too.
I think that was the best call of the night.
Space Gypsy was a good line. I like that.
Yeah, Space
What did that make you think of, Space Gypsy?
Dancing astronauts, sort of, in strange...
Did you ever see that Star Trek episode where they came across some Space Gypsies? And I thought it was a bit rude, really, but the Space Gypsies came on board the Enterprise.
Yeah.
And they wanted to know where the television room was and if somebody could do their laundry.
Really?
Yeah. I
Well,
was a bit derisory.
Space Gypsies, isn't it?
That was a very good call.
Yeah.
Well, we could use plenty like that. That was good. Didn't give you a chance to say beautiful, though.
I was thinking of it there.
I know you were. It
was too much, that. It was so good, it was beyond beautiful.
Yeah, it's like that NLP thing when you say to somebody, you know what you're going to do next, and they do it.
NLP?
Neuro-linguistic programming. It's a way of reorganising your mind a bit better, they say, but also of getting other people to do what you want them to do.
Neuro-linguistic programming.
And one of the instructions you can give to people is, you know what you're going to do next if you're not careful, and people do it because it's a good instruction. Yeah. Line 5. Hi, you're on the Human Zoo on Talksport.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Uh-huh.
In tight white jeans
drink for that.
No, I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'm going nowhere. Is it just me, or is it Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, it's just you. I can't see Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
She's the most beautiful woman of the last century.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
She's such a good actress. And she is absolutely, totally dropped down, stone dead before your head hits the carpet.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And she can act. I wonder what she's like. Anyway.
Well, come round to mine afterwards.
08700 40 50 60. You're tuned to Talk Sport. It's the Human Zoo on a Sunday night, taking calls live, unscreened and at random, and letting people get it off their chest. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here.
If you advertise on TV, this is how much bang you get for your buck. Whereas on radio, this is what you get for the same amount of money. Research shows that pound for pound, radio can be up to 4 times more effective than TV at generating awareness. So if you're looking to drum up some extra business, you know where to go. Radio advertising. It's more powerful than it looks. For details, visit rab.co.uk.
Over to the sink with kitchen power, across to the worktop, onto the hob. Beautiful cleaning action. Now he picks up the bath power, through to the shower. Look at those taps sparkle, it's amazing! Oh, the light shell's been sent off. That's the most effortless clean I've ever seen. Shock, bath power and kitchen power. The amazing cleaners made from natural plant extracts are taking the nation by storm.
I used it on the taps and the steel sink, and they come up really sparkly.
Bath power and kitchen power remove limescale, grime, grease, stains and soap scum with no hard work or your money back. Shock, bath power and kitchen power actually work. Available in leading supermarkets everywhere. On 10:89 and 10:53 a.m. Talk Sport.
Take a picture of this. The pubs are empty. Abandoned 89 Chevy. Laying in the back seat listening to Tommy Boyd on the radio. Yeah, that's when time stood still.
Caught in the crosshairs of a psychopath. What a crosshair. Radio from the edge of town. Tommy Boyd on Talk Sport.
No more horses!
Tommy Boyd.
I'll tell you what's distressing a little bit. It's the number of footballers these days who are evidently quite hard of hearing.
What do you mean?
You see them quite a lot on the pitch, cupping their ears.
Yeah.
And it's just to say, eh?
Well, maybe
say again.
The crowd.
What?
Making them deaf.
Speak up. What? It's sad, isn't it? Because they're fit young men, and yet
they're deaf. I mean,
and you see them go, eh?
Well, I mean,
pardon?
They've got loud stereos in their cars as
well.
What?
Yeah. Say it again.
Tragic. Terrible thing.
Line 1, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hello.
The news at 6. The main sports news today. Watford have surprised the football world by signing 6 million rated goalkeeper Ash for 10 million. Meanwhile, angry Villa fans lined the streets in anger as Kevin Geary reports.
In the end, it was down to the London lifestyle and free Elton John series that swung Ash's decision to make his journey across London to Watford FC. Meanwhile, Gianluca Vialli was delighted. Villa fans were stunned at Ash's apparent U-turn. It's all about money these days, you know. We were promised Ash, but we've been left with nothing. That's the only sports news for today. Join me again at 10. Thank you.
Thank you. I've just got to the Monday papers, and you're right about Perry Como.
Well, you didn't know?
No, I didn't know.
Didn't you know?
No.
You're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Douglas Adams as well.
Douglas Adams. In his gym.
Yeah. In the gym.
Yeah, he had a heart attack, didn't he? He's
After
only 49.
I know, but they've been I did read they've been warning him about his blood pressure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Perry Como was just old. How old was he?
He was 80 something.
He was born, doesn't say when he was born here.
80, well, it's not, doesn't have his thing in the obituary.
No, I've got the Telegraph obituaries here, and they're not really very good.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you know,
here we are. He was born Pieranino Roland Como. That was his real name, Perry Como. In Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, on May the 18th, 1912. So that would make him
1912.
88. 88. It's not bad.
It's not bad, 88.
Line 2. Good evening. You're on the Human Zoo.
Hello there, Tommy.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, pretty good.
I want to talk to you about your show.
Cool.
Is that all right?
Sure.
Because weirdly enough, I'm doing a 4,000-word essay on it.
Bloody hell.
I know. And I was wondering if I could ask you a few things about it.
Well, we're hitting the news here at 1 o'clock, and we're very professional.
How close are we to 1 o'clock?
Well, you can't do much in 30 seconds if you've got 4,000 words to find.
Oh, I just want to ask you a few things about democracy. Radio phone-ins and democracy.
We're going to have to do that after the news.
Yeah, do you want to hold on and we'll do it after the news?
I will do. That'd be brilliant if you could.
Yeah, sure. You stay there then.
Another 20 seconds, please, Tommy.
Shall we tell him the truth?
Yeah.
As far as we know it?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I won't be giving anything away, will it?
No.
Really? No. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. 08700 40 50 60 is the number, or you can email the show. You can email the show. Talksport.net. Click on the button that says email the shoe.
All right, son. We know you done it. Lime scale, grease, grime and stains. The problem with your type is you're scum. Soap scum.
Some headline news from the Sky News Centre.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm Howell George. This morning's sports headlines. Leeds 6 shooters gunned down Bradford. Leicester have made it 2 out of 3 so far. And there's new life in the Test squad. More on all those stories after the latest news and weather. A 44-year-old man has been charged with the murder of 16-year-old Rosie Ross. The teenager was stabbed on Saturday while sunbathing in a Birmingham city centre. The unemployed man is expected to appear before magistrates later this morning. A couple who lost a lottery ticket worth £3 million have told Sky News they'll sue Camelot for the money. The lottery organisers refusing to pay because Martin and Kay Tott missed a deadline for their claim. But it's emerged that a syndicate, which also failed to claim on time, was paid regardless. A 13-year-old boy is drowned after swimming in a pond near Scunthorpe. Emergency services were called to the old iron ore pit at Dragonby after schoolboys raised the alarm. Emergency services searched for 2 hours before finding the boy. A new easy-to-use contraception patch which allows women to control their fertility could go on sale in Britain later this year. The patch has been developed in the United States and its inventors claim it could provide as radical a change for women as the pill did in the 1960s. Ali G and Graham Norton have been the stars of the BAFTAs. The 2 Channel 4 comedians picked up 2 awards each in the ceremony. And Talksport weather, a dry and mild night, heading for a sunny day, apart from the southeast, which will see some rain.
Talksport. Sports update.
Leeds have beaten Bradford 6-1 in the West Yorkshire derby. It means the Lilywhites still have a hope of making next season's Champions League. It ended Southampton 2, Manchester United 1 in the second last game ever at the Dell. It's the Saints' first win under caretaker boss Stuart Gray.
With Manchester United, yes, you've got to give them respect, but we didn't fear them. We thought, well, if we put them under pressure, let's ask questions of what good players they are. And to be fair, I think we won a lot of second ball, and that's what got us our goals.
Birmingham go into the playoff semi-final second leg, a goal up against Preston. Bolton came back from 2 down to draw at West Brom. Both Division 2 matches finished goalless, while Blackpool and Hull won in the third. SPL champions Celtic have lost their unbeaten home league record. 10-man Dundee won 2-0, both goals from Fabian Caballero. In the Edinburgh derby, Hibs and Hearts have drawn 0-0. Hibs missed a last-minute penalty. Rugby Union and Leicester beat Bath 22-10 in the Zurich Premiership Championship final at Twickenham. It's their second trophy of the season, and they meet Stade Francais in the Heineken Cup final next weekend. Golf, and Henrik Stenson has won the B&H International. Angel Cabrera was the second in the Belfry. Cricket, and England have named Ian Ward and Ryan Sidebottom in their squad for Thursday's first test with Pakistan at Lords. They join the 10 contracted players and spinner Robert Croft, who's been called up in place of injured Ashley Giles. McLaren driver David Coulthard has won the Austrian Grand Prix despite starting the race in 7th place on the grid. It means he's only 4 points behind Michael Schumacher in the World Championship standings. That's the latest from the Sky News Centre. Our next news at 2 o'clock.
On 1089 and 1053 AM, Tommy Boyd on Talksport.
Tommy Boyd on Talksport. Come and have a go, if you think you're hard enough.
The final frontier of freedom of speech.
Tommy Boyd.
There's no escaping here.
Outside of society. Tommy Boyd.
The answer is still no.
Trick
to get him to come where we want him.
People like you should be ousted from the work that you are doing.
No sellout.
Ousted from the work.
Welcome to Planet Tommy, the virtual soundscape where Tommy's right and everyone else talks crap.
Ousted from the work that you are doing.
Take your Wellingtons out, children, and Manny will tell you a pleasant story.
New radio for a new generation.
Tommy Boyd.
Word.
Tommy Boyd.
Tommy Boyd.
Okay, last 60 minutes of the Human Zoo this Sunday evening on Talksport, 08700 40 50 60. Email us, talksport.net. Click on the button that says email the shoe. I'm Tommy Boyd, Ash is here. We take calls live and unscreened and entirely at random. Gives people a chance to do what they really want to do. A piece of, it's sort of democracy on the airwaves. And just before the news, we took a call which we weren't able to develop because we hit the news, from somebody who's writing a 4,000-word dissertation on this show.
Yep, 4,000 words.
Baby.
I know. I just want to say something else. It's like I do like the show.
Yeah.
I'm not slagging it off.
No.
Okay, I don't want you to cut me off because you think I'm having a go or anything.
No.
I'm just exploring like how talk shows, like focusing on yours, are like whether they're democratic or not, and I want to explore the reasons why people come on your show and just like say one word and hang up.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
They just want to exist for a second in a wider context.
Yeah. Do you think it's like that 15 minutes of fame thing?
We all want to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to be heard.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, what kind of people do you think like to listen to your show? Everyone?
This one?
Yeah.
It generally appeals to, obviously appeals to younger people.
Yeah.
And younger males.
Yeah.
Have
you seen how many websites you've got devoted to you?
No.
I couldn't believe it when I searched on the internet and found all this stuff. Chat rooms and everything.
That's fine. People can do what they want to do.
I know, it's cool.
That's my philosophy. Let people do what they want to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's the philosophy of the show in general, I take it.
There isn't a philosophy, really.
Yeah.
Because the bulk of the material is provided by people who do stuff. And then Ash and I chat occasionally. Just to break that up. If it has a format, that's the format. But I wouldn't say it has a format.
Yeah.
I don't like formats myself very much.
They're
constraining.
You seem to get rather sort of annoyed when people come on and start sort of spouting opinions. I mean, last week there's a woman talking about flags on her number plate.
Yeah, I'm nervous about opinions.
Yeah.
Not nervous.
I thought you were right though.
I like to ask. I like to try and get people to understand why they have that opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I thought you were very right in the argument there.
I was only asking her if she understood why it was she was saying the things that she said.
Exactly.
That's all. I don't go any further than that.
Do you think that's where your best skills lie as a phone-in presenter? Is getting to people to, like, look at what they're saying from a different angle?
I'm good at phoning.
Yeah.
There are lots of different types of phone-in. And I'm good at all of them. I'm even good at, I have with me our gardening experts. So if you have any questions about your garden, then give us a call now. So, I mean, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in a more modern approach to it, moving it forward. So I think phone-in radio is fantastic.
Yeah.
I just like to move it forward a little bit and try other things besides, could I speak to the expert, please?
I agree.
Or I'd like to make a point that's been missed in the debate so far.
Yeah.
And people you see, we learn an awful lot at school. And most broadcasting, when it gives members of the public an opportunity to be on a show, whether it's TV or radio, they find themselves back at school. You look at quiz shows.
Yeah.
Every quiz show is just a restylization of the classroom.
I see what you mean.
With a teacher.
Yeah.
They've usually even got a board to work from. a blackboard or an overhead projector kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you know the answer, you shout out or put your hand up or press a buzzer. And in phone-in programs, the ones that I find, a bit sort of predictable.
Yeah.
People are actually ringing up in the hope that somebody else who they think is whose praise they cherish and seek.
Yeah.
They're hoping that somebody will say, "Well, that's a very good point, Albert," and then they feel good for a couple of weeks.
Definitely.
But what have you learned?
True. It's very true. So you think sort of your shows go some way to like teach people something?
No, I wouldn't try and do that.
No.
I wouldn't want to do that because I haven't got anything to teach anybody because I haven't learned enough myself, and I think that's a good attitude to have. I'm more interested in things I don't know than things I do know.
Wisest is he who knows he does not know.
Okay. Who was that?
I don't know. I read it somewhere.
No.
Probably a toilet door or something.
Back of a matchbox, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not very wise myself.
Nor am I.
But,
I am.
You are.
Ash is quite wise, actually. It is, actually.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for that, Tommy.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You've been brilliant help.
Good.
Well, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to me.
Okay.
Have a good time on the show.
Thank you.
Okay, then.
Bye. Good, that was fairly honest. We said we'd be honest, didn't we?
Be honest.
Tried to be honest. Tried to be.
It was wonderful to hear.
Wasn't about that.
Wonderful.
Not about wonderful. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nice one. Hey! Line 3, you're live on Talksport Human 2. Hello.
Hello, Tommy.
Hello.
It is Nelson Mandela. I would like to say, last week I heard that you wanted to have a fight with Timmy Mallet in the boxing ring. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I invite you to fight in the beautiful country of Scotland. Do you accept?
Yes, if you like.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Soweto, but anyway, Scotland. All right, go on then. Yes, yes.
Because it would be great for the people of Scotland.
It's not a bad Nelson Mandela, I have to say. It's not a bad Nelson Mandela, is it?
It wouldn't be, would it?
Would you believe me if I told you?
Yeah, go on.
Would you believe me if I told you I was only 18 years old? Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah, because you were 30 years in prison.
Yeah. It is a good Nelson.
Yeah.
Can you get Ash and me to do a quick Nelson Mandela? Give us something that Nelson says.
Okay. When he met the Spice Girls, he said,
"This is the greatest moment of my life."
This is the great... No.
Did he not say that?
That sounded like Hansi Cronje, but...
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with Hansi Cronje.
No. Didn't he pinch Jerry's bottom or something? Oh no, Jerry pinched someone else's bottom.
Nelson Mandela's bottom.
No, she pinched Charles's
He's
bottom.
got a very small bottom, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, he did a lot of work on it.
Him and Gandhi both had very small bottoms.
He's got a Nelson Mandela workout.
Good Nelson impression, fella. Thank you for that. He's very proud that he could do that at 18.
Yeah, it's very good.
It wasn't bad. To line 4. Hi, line 4. You're on the...
Non-smokers, the one where you're smoking and they just walk up to you. I always say, shoot, you're lucky you don't smoke. It's a hell of a cough, dude. I smoke all day and don't cough like that. Maybe you were conceived with a weak sperm. Maybe your dad was jacking off and your mom sat on it at the last second.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Did I overreact? Didn't, did I? I think that's kind of cruel. I'm smoking and you come up coughing at me? Jesus. You go up to crippled people dancing too, you funks? Well, hey, Mr. Wheelchair, what's the problem? Come on, Ironside, race you. You fucking stayed.
You'll have to let that one go. It was probably going to digress a little bit, but it was very good while it lasted. Thank you for that. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport, taking calls on screen. Who's on line 5?
And I know women are curious about men. Women want to know what men are thinking. I know women are looking at me.
The same guy.
And you're one of them.
It is.
I wonder what goes on in that little brain of his. I can tell you the truth if you would like to know what men are really thinking. Would you like to know? I will tell you. Nothing.
That's a different guy.
Yeah, this is what's his name. From the TV show.
We're not thinking anything.
Jerry.
We're just walking around, looking around. This is the only natural inclination of man. We like women, we want women, but that's pretty much as far as we've thought. That's why we're honking car horns, yelling from construction sites. These are the best ideas we've had so far. We're working on some new programs, but it's not easy when your mind's a blank.
Yeah, pretty good. What's his name again?
I don't know.
Oh, we know from that huge American TV series. The one with the little bald guy who's his mate. And
Gary
Kramer. No.
Not Gary.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Yeah, funny show. Thank you for that. To line 6. Hey, line 6.
All right, Tommy.
All right, mate.
How you doing?
Yep, never better.
Yeah, the missus says hello.
You still driving that van?
Well, I was, but it failed the MOT this week, didn't it?
Yeah, you're still running around in it, aren't you?
Well, yeah, don't tell anyone.
Well, you get 2 weeks.
Well, that's how they say.
That's what I heard.
Anyway, listen, a slightly different call this week, because I haven't got any, quality merchandise for you, because of me on account of me van, right? But what I thought I'd do, because Ash is back, is play you a bit of audio, if that's all right.
Sure.
Is that all right?
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Ash, welcome back. This is just for you, mate, all right?
Thanks, brother.
Coming up.
Mr. Ben.
All right.
Nice one.
Nice.
Listen, I've got to go. The Rozzers are coming. I've got to move me pitch.
Go on, knock it.
Scarper.
Knock
Go
it.
on. Bye.
Be careful.
Because there was something there, because, you know what was quite poignant in the House of Commons this week was that Tony Benn, they said goodbye to him, and he's not going to the House of Lords. He says he's leaving the House of Commons so that he can spend more time in politics. Yeah, it's a good line. And they broke all the rules in the House of Commons. For example, the Speaker gave a speech, because he's not allowed to give a speech. It's funny that, isn't it? The Speaker can't give a speech, but he did, in praise of Tony Benn. And what was really interesting was that the most fulsome tributes to Tony Benn and his life and his contribution to British life came from the hard Tory right.
Well,
with hardline right-wing Tory MPs, if you like, the edge of their party, and all parties have got edges, blah, 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 and there's an election coming up, and these are all candidates. I think human moments like that are really good. I remember when John Major, when Eric Heffer made his last appearance in the House of Commons, he was very ill, and John Major broke a rule, which was that he crossed the floor when Eric Heffer came in and sat down in the Commons for his last ever sitting there. John Major, who was Prime Minister at the time, crossed the floor and went up into the Labour benches and sat and shook his hand and talked to him for 10 or 20 minutes. And what am I wondering? I think I'm wondering why can't politicians and everybody actually be a bit more like that more of the time? They're quite, in another walk of life, there were stories yesterday from the Millennium Stadium about, Liverpool fans going out and seeking out Arsenal supporters after the game and saying hard lines, we were lucky. And that, it's just grand, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see, but, it doesn't happen much.
No, a little bit more of that wouldn't make the world
I think
it would make the world a better place. Just a little bit more of that sort of. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. Line 6, it's your turn. You're on the Human Zoo. Hi.
Hi there, Tommy.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Thank you. You?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
Just want to say, do you think you go back to TV? Do you see yourself going back to television, doing some programs?
Not really, no. I'm not really all that interested.
Why not? You'd be good at it.
Well, I've done all that. I've done more TV than any man should, and I think I've come to the conclusion that you can't make the world a better place, and you can't have as much fun in TV as you can in lots of other things in life. So, what would be the point, really? Why go back and do something that you've done to death?
Yeah, but you see a lot of DJ on TV now.
Sorry?
You see quite a lot of DJs on TV now.
Mm.
And I would like to see how well you do on TV.
Well, it's
Is it?
Doing
I don't
what?
know, is it your looks?
What do you mean?
Is it your looks? Are you sort of behind cameras on radio?
I'm not really with you here, fella.
No, I just want to know why you're not going back to TV, why you feel radio is...
It's a bit boring, really, frankly. Have you done a lot of TV yourself?
Yep, I'm actually on TV.
Sorry?
I'm actually on TV, yep.
Well, then you know how mind-numbing most of it is.
Well, I think it's harder to be on television.
Do you?
Yep. And I think you're really crap at it. Do you agree?
This is very poor. I'm hoping that in a second you're going to come up with something that's going to be, you know, like I can use to take it to a slightly higher plane. But I don't think you're up to it, really, are you?
No, I am up to it.
Well, you're not really. It would be nice if you were.
I think I am.
Well, of course you do, but take it from someone who knows you're not.
Okay, I suppose you're going to cut me off now.
No, I don't. I don't cut people off, but if you're going to, if you want to sort of try and be unkind to somebody or get under their skin a little bit,
No, because you always...
You have to be a little bit better at it than you are.
No, you're always unkind to other people, so I'm just having a go at you for being horrible to other people, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very poor. Never mind, I expect you're quite young, and you're not very good at this sort of thing.
No, I am...
I dare say that when you find that you're better at whatever it is you're trying to do, you'll also acquire a little bit of wisdom. And
how old you are?
Sorry?
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 49 in December.
49.
Yeah.
No, I think you should go back to television.
Very witty, anyway. Very funny. Very enjoyable.
Okay then.
Very caustic.
Okay then.
Great stuff. Great call.
Yep. Thank you very much.
I was hoping it would pick up a little bit, but it's not going to, is it?
I look forward to seeing you on television very soon.
Yes. Very disappointing. I would quite liked an argument, but I don't think the chap had the acting one really.
Some people can.
Well, I mean, you know, it's quite good fun.
Yeah.
But they've got to be up to it, really.
Exactly.
It's like, so, you know, malice is like tennis. You know, I always say this. You know, the worst thing in the world is to find that you're playing somebody who's you know, infinitely worse at it than yourself.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than playing tennis with somebody who's lousy, and the same thing goes with having an argument, really. I've got to be up to it. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. It's the Human Zoo on Talksport. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here.
Justin Toper's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Toper, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Toper's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
You look fantastic.
Thanks. We just got back from holiday.
How do you guys do it? I'm constantly paying off debts that never seem to get any smaller.
We were the same until we discovered Dial for a Loan. We paid off all our outstanding credit cards and other debts with one low-cost loan. Not only that, we were able to borrow enough extra money to go on holiday.
That sounds great. Well, perhaps I should give Dial for a Loan a call.
You should. Just call 0800 915 0011 and speak to Dial for a Loan. They could lend you up to 125% of the value of your house. And quickly, too.
Do you think I could borrow the money for a car, even though I'm self-employed?
Of course. Dial for a Loan could lend you money for almost any purpose. You just need to be a homeowner.
Great. I'll call them today. What was the number again?
0800 915 0011. Why not call them now? Dial for a Loan are licensed credit brokers. Loans secured on property and subject to status. Your home is at risk if you do not keep up the repayments on a mortgage or other loans secured on it. Written quotations available on request.
Tonight on The James Whale Show, don't miss a fascinating investigation into life after death. Meet the man who believes that not only can we contact the afterlife, but that we're on the verge of being able to bring the dead back to life. James Whale on Back from the Dead, tonight from 10, only on Talksport. Don't miss it.
Tommy boy.
This is your assignment. The hatred of a nation against an impish has-been.
Tommy Boy, throwing a bone to the yapping dogs
on Talksport.
700 40 50 60 is the number. Chris Ashley will be here from 2 on Talksport, but we're still with the Human Zoo, taking calls unscreened and at random. Let's go to line 2. Hi, line 2, you're on.
Oh, good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Ash.
Morning.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you was talking about martial arts.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like you to picture this. 4 little girls, 4 3/4 to 5 years old, very feminine. They've grown up together. They go on holiday together. They see each other at weekends. Their mums decided to take them to martial arts classes. They watched for 2 weeks. Then the instructor came over and said, well, now I'm going to teach you to fight. And all at the same time, they burst into tears. They've always been taught never to fight one another. And they just didn't want to do it.
Beautiful, very nice.
I thought it's such a lovely story because they was always brought up not to fight.
Very nice. Well done. Thank you for that. 08700 40 50 60. Line 3. You're on the Human Zoo. Hey.
Getting on our case. What's up with it? What's up with everyone?
You guys rock so much. I've been listening to you guys since Live Forever came out.
Yeah.
You blow my mind. You rock.
Hey.
And I want to ask you a question. Do you have any advice for a guy who's in a band that wants to get really big?
Yeah, I'm getting better step ladders.
No, there's a pop interview. There's a pop interview for you.
This is John Lennon.
I mean, that sums it up perfectly. Great music, but why interview them? Who is this?
Ice.
Line 4, hi, you're on the Human Zoo.
Hello there.
Hi.
I've got a few suggestions and then a toast, so you can charge your glasses in the meantime.
Okay.
First suggestion is a solution to the problem, with people getting cut off after the 6 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put them straight on hold. As soon as they ring in.
I suppose it could do that, couldn't it?
Yeah. The other one is more of that stream of consciousness stuff we talked about last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, my toast.
Yes.
Just bear with me a minute. Her eyes is diamond smile. Her hair flows in the dandelion style. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss R. Kenrick.
R. Kenrick? Who?
Who's that man?
Who's that man?
Well, you don't know her.
Oh, fair enough. It's someone you know. Oh, no, that's cool. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that idea of putting calls on hold.
Yes.
I'm not keen on it. I don't know why. It changes things.
Because they know that they're...
Not many people...
They're prepared for it. And we don't really want people
I like people to be, exactly.
On it or answer on it.
Yeah.
They know and they'll spoil it.
The spontaneity, the suddenness
the suddenness
of being on air would be lost. But
and the government, what would they do?
Thanks for your suggestion. Line 5, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, my name is Trevor MacDonald. I'm sure you've probably seen me on television.
Lord, yes.
Well, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for providing such an excellent show.
Yeah. Thank you, Trevor.
Not a problem.
I think the Nelson Mandela one was better.
Yes, the Nelson Mandela one was stunning. Stunning impression. Because not many professional impersonators would do Nelson Mandela because it would somehow seem irreverent. But the guy had him. Yay. Hi, Line 6.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Tommy Boy?
Speaking.
How are you?
Yep.
I just want to ask you, what do you want to really do in life? Is this like being on the radio? Is this, your ideal job?
Well, there's two questions there, and I'm not sure whether you understand the distinction, but what you want to do in life and what you do to earn money, those two things are different, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
What do I want to do in life? Is that the question?
Yep, that's the one.
Well, or is that the question? Let's go back to the beginning. What is the question?
Okay, I really like the way you discuss things. I mean, the way you take everything to, to its origin, and the way, hang on a second.
Yeah, he bottled it, didn't he? He's trying to be funny. Trying to be funny.
Oh, dear. Oh, shame. Poor guy. People think I'm being fierce when I'm only trying to be specific and get specifics, because you can't answer a question if you don't know what the question is.
I mean, it's outrageous. Yeah. It's impossible.
Yeah. I tell you, you get sometimes, you get callers who say something like, hey, anyway, so what about all that then? What do you think? And then, you're doing the show, and you've got to suddenly come up with a set of stuff that's, provocative or interesting or erudite or something, and you feel like saying, well, look, you've been phoning the show.
Yeah.
You've had 10 minutes to think about it. How about us having a find out of what it is that you think or what you're...
Well, that's what they're meaning to say anyway, isn't it? They want to say what they think.
Yeah.
And they go, what do you think about this or that?
I think the farmer's thing is disgraceful. What do you think, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, No. Line 1, hi, you're on the Human Zoo.
Beat my bongos, Tommy. Beat them. Your mama loves my bongos, so tell your dad how you're happy to beat my bongos.
Fantastic. That was a TV show. We always used to start off with a nonsensical sketch, and I got told off by Anna Ford about the nonsensical sketch. Yes.
Well, I bet you enjoyed that.
I did. It was ever so sexy.
Was she angry?
Yeah. Blazing eyes. She came at me in a TV studio.
She came at you?
Yeah. And
with her fists?
Yeah, no, just blazing eyes, wanting to talk about encouraging children to behave in an eccentric or sort of hyperactive way. And I said, no, hold on. We start the show off with a bit of nonsense, and then we do loads of other different things as well. It's a 2-hour show, and it's a compendium of lots of multifaceted things. But yeah, we always
compendium.
Compendium. A compendium of games. Remember Ludo?
Oh yeah.
Solitaire. Pack of cards.
All in one compendium.
All in one compendium. 12 games in one box.
What was the nonsense then that she was angry about?
Oh, we just used to do some stupid things for about 30 seconds just to give the show a kind of
she wasn't talking about one specific one?
No.
The general thing of them?
No. She came at me with blazing eyes, and she's a fine woman. I admire her an awful lot. She's very sexy.
But what does a newsreader know about kids' television?
Well, she's more than a newsreader. She's a journalist.
Oh, well,
she's a proper journalist. She's a proper journalist.
Not only that, is she, eh?
And she can read the news. Yeah, and she's a fine woman. She's a fine woman.
Even nowadays.
A good woman and a good mum.
At 75, she's nice.
She cared about her children, and that was the thing that came across. But like I say, she looked at me across this crowded floor with these blazing eyes, and I thought, now, what's going to happen here? And she's a fine woman.
What did you say to her then? You go on, get out of it. Get back to you.
I tried to appease her.
Yeah.
Actually, she had a glass of wine in her hand, and it occurred to me that she was not. She's known for throwing glasses of wine over people that she disagrees with.
Yeah.
So my thoughts were tumbling. Have you ever been borne down on by a beautiful woman? I'll be with you in a minute, line 3.
Yes. It's intimidating, isn't it?
Fantastic. I like it.
But, yeah. Yeah, Angela Ritten pours wine over people as well.
She does. They do it, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a shame because it's a very passive thing to do.
No, but I think she did it. She does it in good circumstances.
If you don't like a guy, then slug him.
Slug him, yeah.
If you're a woman,
we didn't tell you that.
You ever been slugged by a woman?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Once I got punched quite badly on the ear by a woman. Went black, my ear.
Yeah. No, because... Oh, go on then, line 3. It's your turn. Thank you for being so patient.
I've always had this problem with girls, and that is, and I'm sure everybody has it with members of the opposite sex, in this case, to be a girl. And, you start talking to them, you can be real cool, real confident up to a point, and you start to ask them out or something, and it's like you lose control of your lips, and you get nervous and mealy-mouthed, and, it's like, yeah, I'll be going to London for a couple of weeks, and then, I'll be back here in 2 weeks. No, I've got to stay in New York for 6 days for some business there. I'll be back here in about 3 weeks. And listen, when I get back, I was wondering if maybe you might.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is like that, isn't it, really? Yeah. I think the best way to ask a woman out is not to actually ask her out.
What do you mean, like, will you not come out with me?
Well, that thing of sort of like, would you like... I mean, I've never ever done that sort of... Would you like to go to dinner tomorrow night? Or...
Yeah.
Or would you like to go to the pictures tomorrow night?
Yeah. No.
You just don't need to, and it's such a formal thing. And you're asking to be told no. You're asking to be humiliated, or or to feel inadequate. So the best thing to do is to find yourself having a meal, or. But who wants to go out for a meal with somebody? Have you ever asked a girl out for a meal? First date?
No.
Would you like to go out for dinner with me?
No. Because it's a pain, isn't it?
It's ludicrous. Yeah. It's silly. Because you don't want to go out for a meal with them. You want to go to bed with them.
Yeah. Tommy. Oh, Tommy.
God. Why don't we cut through it here?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What we'd really like to do is just go out to somebody and say, would you like to go to bed with me quickly?
Quickly?
Well, just,
No, quickly.
Quickly, yeah, now. Would you like to go to bed with me now?
It won't take a second.
But we don't do it. We pussyfoot around. It can take months. Months of prowling around that girl on the bus and, dreaming and, like the guy said in the sketch, getting all tongue-tied. I don't know. 08700 40 50 60 is the number. You're tuned to the Human Zoo on Talksport.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me, and as I've just found out, the girl from accounts, the barmaid from the Rosencrantz, and my big sister, Anushka.
The Singles Connection is the easiest way for Talksport singles to find their perfect partner. It's as simple as calling 0870 243 6907 and leaving a few details about yourself and the kind of person you'd most like to meet. Within 48 hours, you'll get a text message on your mobile phone with a list of people in your area who like the same kind of things that you like. The Talksport Singles Connection. 0870 243 6907. It works for blokes too. Calls charged at national rates.
Wow, you look pleased with yourself. Yes, I've just given away everything I own. My house, my car, my shares. Are you mad? No, I've just made a will. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. Did you know that if you die without making a will, it could take a long time for your family to inherit your assets? Really? But didn't you have to get solicitors involved? Nope. I just used a CD-ROM called Click Your Will, popped it into my PC, and in a matter of minutes I was dragging and dropping my assets onto whoever I wanted to give them to. Wow, that all sounds very simple. It is. Of course, the great thing about Click Your Will is that I can change my mind as often as I like at no extra cost, which only leaves me one problem. What's that? What to leave you? Maybe my 70s disco ties or bell bottoms. Click Your Will. The will you write yourself. No solicitors, no paperwork, no hassle. It's dead simple. Click Your Will is fully Windows compatible and costs just $29.95 plus post and packing. Call 0870 07 81 451 for your copy now. Allow 10 days for delivery. 0870 07 81 451.
UEFA Cup Final Special on Talksport. Unbelievable stuff! Wednesday night from 7. Liverpool are into their first European final for 16 years and only have Alaves to beat to become UEFA Cup champions 2001.
Here's Liverpool, into the penalty area, it's in!
Full match commentary from Alan Parry and Alvin Martin. Alaves versus Liverpool.
Oh, what a goal!
Wednesday night from 7. Only on 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Talksport.
Holy boy! Y'all not ready for this.
Holy boys, holy boys.
Tommy Boyd's late night takeaway, where the only thing on the menu is you.
You dirty old man.
Aha. Email from Chris in Worcester about pickled herrings. And Ross Hendry emails, can you please give a big hello to all the people of Twyford who listen to your show on a Sunday evening so that we have something to do in economics on Monday morning?
Economics. I did economics. I cheated, actually, I admit now, in my A-level economics.
How?
Well, the first section was multiple choice, and to my left sat Pete Edwards.
Pete Edwards.
And I looked over and saw what he was, because he ticked his, he was quite good. And I copied him.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you got it?
Yeah, I got an E grade in A-level economics, which is just a pass. I've just probably got it from that. So cheers, Pete Edwards, or Potty, as he was known back in the late 80s.
One of the things is you always wonder about how the people are going to get on, the people you're at school with. I was at school with boys, and I was like Hugh Bruman, how he got on.
Hugh Bruman?
Hugh Bruman, his name.
Do you ever find out what happened to
No,
him?
you don't, and there's loads of them you're at school with, and you wonder, you think to yourself, he'll do all right, he'll probably end up an accountant, he'll be in insurance, he'll be an estate agent. One bloke called John Darcy, he ended up on a nuclear submarine. I heard that. One rumour down the pub, anyway.
My old mate Raja phoned in. He's a mobile pharmacist.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And when you knew him, did you think, mobile pharmacist?
Yeah.
No.
No, but I did think, he was the sort that would be, by
something like that. Something like that, yeah. Ricky Reed. Alan Pembroke, Podge Pembroke. Podge Pembroke had about 7 or 8 years as a cartographer for the army, and then he joined the police.
I wonder what my old matter Charles Alexis Burtonshaw's doing.
You didn't go to school with somebody called Charles Alexis Burtonshaw.
Burtonshaw. Yeah, I did, man. He was my mate. He was one of my mates.
And you wonder, don't you? You do wonder.
I'll tell you who I really wonder what happened to, if you're listening, guys, is Dave Brady and Robert Isles.
Why?
Well, because, it was quite weird. I mean, we were mates, really good mates, fourth and fifth year. And at the end of fifth year, just, leave and... that was it, man.
And you can't imagine
never seen them again.
Seen
them every day for years.
Years.
And then, bang, you never see them again.
You know the back of their head, or whoever was sitting in front of you anyway, so intimately, and then suddenly, on the last day of school, they're gone.
And that's it. And
you wonder.
You do sort of go away from it, don't you?
Yeah. The boy who sat next to me died of a heart attack at 21. He sat next. I sat next to him at infant school, junior school, grammar school, comprehensive.
Wow.
So I sat not all the time, but we were always in the same class.
Yeah.
I got quite matey with him. We used to go to football together. We used to go to Fulham and Chelsea together, and then I remember a day we went to West Ham together. And then just one day I was talking, my mum said, "Oh, Roy died. He was 21, heart attack." Which gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I wonder that, because I think I was in school with, my year was 120 people.
Yeah.
Are they all still alive?
Yeah. Now, definitely, probably not.
10 years down the line.
Somebody's
maybe
already, safely gathered in, as they say. Line 1, you're live on the Human Zoo. Good evening.
Morning.
Hi.
Just a couple of quick points. The first one was your idea of putting people on hold. I think maybe you should try a trial period, because there are some good reasons for you to have people on hold, such as queuing up the music and letting people get prepared.
But you can get prepared whilst the phone's ringing. You know that you're on the switchboard, so you can get prepared then.
And preparation can ruin it. If you've got too much time to think about it.
We don't want to take all the spontaneity out of it, and that's what I'd worry about. And also, it's complicated because I hope you don't think all this technology just happens. People have got to do difficult things.
That leads on to my second point.
Yeah.
Do you take people for work experience?
No.
No?
No, it's worthless.
Oh, okay.
You want to come in and watch the show?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't learn anything.
Well, I just think it'd be interesting, and the show's quite
Of course
unique.
it would be interesting, and the show is totally unique. And I've toyed with doing it in public and charging a £5 to get in. Would you pay a £5 to get in to watch it go out?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, in that case, I'll speak to the powers. We could probably fill a small auditorium.
Yeah.
God only knows how unentertaining it would be to just watch it endlessly. It's more interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
But I suppose it would be quite interesting to sort of experience the other side as well.
We've just got two blokes in here, really. And Zach and Chris are getting ready for the 2 o'clock show.
Just say babbling, you know.
And Rahid down on the door.
Who?
Rahid, head of security.
Down on the door.
All right.
Yeah. So there's not much going on. And when people come in, I feel a certain responsibility to make sure that they don't kind of get fed up and bored. So on occasions people do come in and they sit and watch, don't they, Ash? And you kind of feel as though you've got to keep getting them coffee.
Yeah, you do feel you feel them behind you burning.
And then during commercial breaks you go up to them and you say, anyway, so what are you up to at the moment? And they go, well, I'm doing media studies at school. And you go, really? Really? Fantastic. Where do you go to school? And they go, Isha. And you go, oh, marvellous. Great.
And then if you don't talk to them, you feel rude.
Yes.
And that can affect you on air, you
it
know.
can damage the show.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a mate who can tell when he's watching ITV which region has made the show from the lighting. Oh, yeah. And I can tell if I'm listening to radio if there's a work experience person in the background because of the effect it has on the show. Seriously.
Well, I suppose that's what the webcam's for then at the moment.
We haven't got a webcam.
Don't you? I thought the studio has the webcam.
Nope.
Oh, we should get one.
Nope.
No?
No, they're ludicrous.
They're quite slow, but if
They're rubbish. Ludicrous.
Oh, well.
It's like there's so much technology that people get in just because it's available. I was working on a TV show one day and we got this memo saying that the company had invested £30,000 in an editing device called Quantel.
Yeah.
And all it would do is it would take an image and it would spin it and then put it in the top left or top right or whatever corner of the screen, superimposed over the image that you were retaining. It was rubbish.
Quite a lot of money as well.
Well, we were told we had to use it.
How much?
30 grand. Which was a lot of money in 1979.
Yeah.
And we were told we had to use it. And we queried why, and they said, well, because we bought it, now we've got to justify the purchase.
Yeah.
So we had to do things with this editing machine which made the program look even cheaper than it was, and naffer than it was, just because the technology was there.
But nowadays modern technology is much cheaper and much more advanced.
I know, but you shouldn't acquire technology, okay, just because it's available, and build it into what you do, whether it's broadcasting or whatever, just because that technology exists. There should be a reason for it. You should go to yourself, what this show really needs is a machine that does that. And then go out and buy one if there is one. If there isn't one, tough. Just stick with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
To your point, yeah.
It's that Marshall McLuhan thing about the medium being the message.
Sorry? I've lost you there.
Have you heard of Marshall McLuhan?
I haven't, no.
Oh, okay. Well, he's an famous American white-haired commentator on broadcasting and the media.
Okay, thank you very much.
And not at all my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Until the next time.
Okay, good night.
Good night. I wasn't short with him, was I?
No.
Are you sure?
Slightly terse.
Crisp.
Yes. Brusque.
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 You mean brusque?
Brusque.
Line 2, you're live on the Human Zoo. Hello there.
Hi, Tommy, man.
Hey.
Hi, cool.
Cool.
I was wondering if you want to play a little game.
Okay.
Cool. Ash can join in as well.
Ash, you're in a game.
Yo.
Okay, right. What we do is we make up a story, like improvise.
Okay.
And we each say a word
Yep.
and see where it leads.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Is it 1, 2, 3, you, me, Ash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once
There.
Was.
Large.
Horse.
Called.
Cheese.
He.
Went.
Twice.
Over.
The.
Way.
Once.
No, this isn't working, and it's my fault because I'm trying to sort of destabilise it.
Wow.
But my problem was that once you started with the word once, it begged for upon, and then you got yourself 4 or 5 seconds of predictable radio, which is what I try to avoid.
Anyway.
Can we do it again, and we'll all play the game? Only can we start from somewhere other than a cliche?
Right.
Okay.
You start then.
All right. Unfortunately.
The.
King.
What?
King.
No, I'm sorry.
King.
King? What was your word? King?
King, yeah.
Oh, king, right. Unfortunately, the king always
looked
under
the
cassock.
Okay, I like it. It's good. All right, we're getting better at this. One more. Can we bring somebody else in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring another caller in. Give me a number, Ash, 1 to 6.
5.
5. Okay, line 5, are you there? Thank you, line 5. Line 6, hello.
Morning, Tommy.
Will you join in this game with the caller on line 2?
Oh, no, I wasn't prepared for that.
No, well, I'll tell you what happens. It's very simple. We're doing a story word by word. So you'll pick it up, all right? So it's going to go, what's your name on line 2?
Sean.
Sean, and what's your name on line 6?
Hello?
Yeah, gentleman, what's your name?
I'm Sean.
Sean. Yeah. Okay, and sorry, line 2 is?
Ian.
Ian, okay. So Ian's going to start, and it goes Ian, Tommy, Ash, Sean. All right? And all you have to do is say the next word in the sentence, all right?
What happens if a rude word enters my mind, Tommy?
Just say it.
Oh.
This is the human zoo.
How rude can we get?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Well, the mind's a funny thing. When you're not supposed to think of something, that's what you think of.
Oh, I've always said that. I mean, radio is so powerful like that. You can say to people, right, do not think of a banana.
That's you think of a banana.
You think of a banana, you see, yeah, exactly.
That's neuro-linguistic programming.
Thank you. Yeah, at a very base level. Okay, Ian, off you go.
Balloons.
Never.
Reach.
Sean.
Hello?
Balloons never reach hello.
It's a very good point.
Sorry, Tommy, I get lost here. I get completely lost.
Do you want to try again? Do you see how it works now?
Right.
Okay, Ian.
Okay. Who do I come after, Tommy?
Ash.
Yeah, me.
You're the fourth one, so you come after Ash,
Okay.
Walking.
Walking?
Yeah.
Never.
Helps.
Alone.
What was that?
Walking never helps alone.
No.
That's quite good.
Yeah, that's quite good.
That's quite good. Why don't you start, Sean?
Right.
Okay. Then it's Ian.
Right. Okay. Let's think of bananas. Or
not.
I'm not much good at this game, Tommy.
You're doing very well. Yeah. Bananas are not Ash.
Gibbons.
Look, I'll tell you what. We'll put it into the developmental stage. Ian.
Yeah.
It's a very good game.
We'll shelve it for a bit.
We'll shelve it for a bit. We'll send it off to our format department. Which is, are they still on the top floor?
Yeah, Babin in the format department.
Yeah, and see what happens.
Would I get the copyright?
Sorry, unfortunately, you should have said that at the beginning.
I'm sorry, but whether or not you signed a contract, Talksport owns everything.
Oh, right, okay.
Your genitals, the whole thing, belongs to Talksport, right, for the next 99 years. So, okay.
Simmer.
Tommy.
Yes, surely.
Hello. Can I play a little bit of audio?
Love it.
It's a Mickey take out of Ann Robinson. It's not referring to you now. Hello?
Let's have it. Yeah, go on. Yes, you're still with us. Go ahead.
Just hang on. I'll turn off the radio. You ready?
Yeah, no rush.
To your idle black clothes, goodbye. To the good red shirt and a ball at a mark, a tie to match and a pair of lovely socks. Everything's sealed, you're me old brain pop. Oh, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I was really hyped very high.
What do you think of that, Tommy?
Very good. Thank you for that.
Hello, Tommy.
Yes, mister.
Hello?
Yeah?
I heard a rather cruel remark about Ronnie Biggs. Can I share it with you?
Probably not a great idea, not whilst there's a court case pending.
Oh, no, that's nothing. It's nothing what do you call it?
Judice.
Just nothing sub judice. No. It is rather cruel, Tommy, but it's not too cruel, really. It depends. Suggesting a good headline for an alternative newspaper.
Yeah.
Is this the first case of someone leaving Brazil to come to the UK for the sun?
Yeah, that's good.
Rather cruel.
That's good. Nice one. Thank you for that, fella.
Yeah, good night, Tommy.
Talk to you again.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, nice guy. 08700 40 50 60. Chris Ashley will be with you from 2 on Talk Sport, but we're still with the Human Zoo. 08700 40 50 60.
Justin Toper's Astral Connection. Don't get out of bed for anything less. Get your daily Starscope text message from me, Justin Toper, sent to your mobile every morning for a week. Just make one call to my Astral Connection hotline. Give me a few details and you'll wake up to a cosmic horoscope every day for a week. Justin Toper's Astral Connection, 0906 406 2211. Don't get out of bed for anything less. That's 0906 406 2211.
Service operated by Stream, available to over 18s only. Calls cost $1.50 a minute from landlines.
Isn't it a great feeling of freedom when you walk down a beach in your bare tootsies? Well, it's just the same when you call us and feel the freedom of a low-cost loan from Freedom Finance. We'll shop around some of the top lenders to get the very best deals for you. And you get to enjoy a low-cost loan for any purpose. A new car, maybe. A new kitchen, a conservatory, or other home improvement. Perhaps even a well-deserved holiday. But best of all, we could replace all your existing credit and store card commitments and any loans you may have with one affordable regular payment. We might also be able to help if you've had problems getting the right finance elsewhere. In fact, we could actually save you hundreds of pounds, so call Freedom Finance now on 0800 587 87 44. What have you got to lose? Go on, do it now. That's 0800 587 87 44. Or you can visit us online at freedomfinance.co.uk. Secured loans are secured on property. Written quotations available on request. Offer available to homeowners only, not tenants.
On 1089 and 10:53 a.m.
Well, it's just about it from us, but we're already looking forward anxiously to Chris Ashley and hearing what his agenda is for his show, which begins right after news and sport. I've just seen him busy at the photocopier.
Doesn't look bad for a boy, does he?
No!
No. Is it new hair?
I think he's a
New
bit of a makeover.
Makeover, yeah.
And looking very well, looking very fit.
Yeah.
It could certainly last 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Easy. He's good in the air as well.
If we had a team, he'd be our centre half. I could see Chris.
Yeah.
Just marshalling
definitely.
Marshalling the back four.
He'd be good at the back, wouldn't he?
Oh, solid.
If it a goal kick, he'd be like jumping on the play and he would beat him in the air. And head it about 20 yards forward.
And if you were a forward, you wouldn't want to push it past him and try and run onto it because you knew that you'd know that you'd probably end up with a nudge.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to tangle with Ashley.
Yeah, no. 08700 40 50 60. To line 2. Line 2, you're live on the Human Zoo on Talksport. Hello there.
David Seaman.
Funny thing.
Tom Jones, Lee Dixon, Nigel Winterburn on congas, on clays, Stevie Bold.
This is going back a bit then, isn't it?
What is it?
Well, it's a takeoff of the intro and the outro by the Bongo Del Dudar band. Using the Arsenal players instead of... But it obviously is Dave. Thank you very much indeed for that. 08700 40 50 60. Line 3. Hi, you're on the Human Zoo. Go on. Yes.
MGM.
Always makes you want to suck a Fiora.
Check it out, Corporal. We'll cover you. Roger, roger. Yo, damn.
Ow. You're a pimple on society's ass, and you'll never amount to anything.
It's good stuff if it's original. It's good stuff. See, Peter G. Talksport.
Yeah, I like that one. Bring that shit back one more time, honey.
Sitting listening to this in his attic, and he's looking over his shoulder. Because the kids are coming, Peter. The kids are coming. Oh, steady.
Yeah. Yo.
This has been The Human Zoo. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash was here.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.